marked the 7th straight year the clubs would meet, and early on, the tone was set for Game 1.
A steal, Carbonneau, the shot, the save by Moe. Broken up, Neely, shot, oh, what a save by Roy. Lemieux coming in, for save by Andy Moe. And the forehand drive by Lemieux. Andy Moe coming up big.
The game progressed into a battle of nerves, a showdown at high noon. Just one mistake could be fatal, and after nearly 2 periods of scoreless hockey, the Bruins broke through.
Bork to Poulin, over the line, goes deep on Ludwig, back to Bork, over to Wesley, Galley rather, to Bork, shot, save, loose, Boston, Poulin! And it is 1-0 on a power play goal!
The Bruins had to protect that 1-goal lead for the next 20 minutes against a Montreal club playing at the top of its game. And protect it they did, smothering the Habs at every turn and allowing just 5 shots in the period. But Montreal was awarded a power play in the game's final minute. Were the Bruins destined for heartbreak, a springtime special of Les Canadiens?
On the boards, trying to tie it up, hold on, fights for it. Can't get the face off, the Bruins win it! The puck is cleared out! Somehow Poulin cleared it out, they surround Andy Moe, a shutout.
It was a fitting ending to an exciting and dramatic Game 1. Can these two teams top Thursday night's opening act? We'll find out just ahead. It's Game 2 of the Adams Division Finals. The Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens, live on NESN. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boston Garden, where tonight we put on round number 2 between the Bruins and the Canadiens. The Bees up 1 game to none, hoping for the same result tonight before the scene will shift to the Forum for games 3 and 4. As far as Montreal is concerned, you may or may not have seen the papers. They're saying that Andy Moog was good but not great and can be beaten. Well, that's been proven through the regular season, but then again, Patrick Roy has been beaten as well. The proof is in the pudding. Can the Canadiens do anything tonight differently than they did in Game 1? They're going to try to crowd Andy Moog as much as possible tonight, get as many bodies out in front, and get as many shots on goal. Of course, that is something that remains to be seen. The Bruins, as a team, did an outstanding job in limiting Montreal's chances. For the Bruins, if they'd like to do anything different from Game 1, is to come out a little more quicker, maybe a little more physically, set the tempo and have control of the hockey game right from the start. Boston wants the first score of the night. Patrick Roy and Andy Moog, they go head-to-head again tonight. For a closer look at this one, let's go up to the booth right now with Fred and Derek.
Thank you, Dave, and of course, goaltending the story, as you pointed out, Dave, and looking at Patrick Roy, I'd have to say Patrick Roy and the Canadiens, despite the fact that they lost, are a very, very cocky team, and Roy critiqued Andy Moog, an unwritten law in the goaltenders union. You don't do that.
Unheard of. I never remembered it in my career as far back as junior. No matter what went on in a series, goaltenders always just complimented each other. I asked Tommy Johnson, he's been around the game a long time, and he can't remember it. Goaltenders usually are very quiet and complimentary of each other, and in this situation, you know, Roy just said that Moog was lucky, this and that, we'll do better, we'll have to bother him in the net, whatever. Just unheard of, and it's a shame that Roy, you know, reached down for that, but it's something that Moog's going to have to respond to and bounce back from.
Well, Patrick Roy, certainly an outstanding goaltender, but in reverse, Andy Moog and Reggie Lemlin, who had the best goals against record combined in the National Hockey League, complimented Patrick Roy. But for Boston, Andy Moog, well, Mike Milbury will take him.
Well, Andy Moog is going to get denied and goal again, right? But it's something that he's going to have to respond to this. He is an awful good goaltender. The argument is around the league that who is better, Moog or Roy? A lot of people talk that, you know, that maybe Andy is. It's just right now that Roy's playing awful well, and I think Moog's going to have to respond tonight, not let anybody bother him in the creases the Canadiens intend to do.
And it looks like another low-scoring game.
Well, I hope it's a low-scoring game. I don't think either team is really equipped for a shootout. Should any team get up a couple of goals early, both clubs are capable of holding on to that and not allowing very many opportunities at the other end of the building. So, Bruins got to score early.
Game number 2, ready for action. And we'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back to the Boston Garden, everybody. Dave Shea along with Derek Sanderson, Fred Cusick. Glad you're aboard for game number 2. Let's take a look at who will not be dressing for tonight's second game for the Boston Bruins. No changes from game number 1. The same group not dressing tonight. For the Montreal Canadiens, just one change. Sylvain Lefebvre will not dress tonight. That's because Peter Svoboda is back in the lineup after a bout with the flu that kept him out of game number 1. Outside of that, Schneider and Naslund, the big names, not dressing again tonight for Montreal here in game number 2. Well, the teams have taken their positions along their blue lines, and the officials are at center ice, and also at center ice, Rene Rancourt to sing the Canadian and American national anthems.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of thy sons' command. With glowing heart we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Captain Rancourt. Let's take a look at the officials. Here's Ron Hogarth, your referee. Had a good conversation with him the other night between periods. Wayne Bonney and Ron Finn, the same linesmen that worked game number 1. The backup referee tonight, Paul Stewart. Down to the Montreal goal, who else? Number 33, Patrick Roy. Was surprising, Derek, that he had comments about Andy Moog. Usually they don't say anything about anybody.
No, not very classy. But he came out at the top there, just inside the blue line, to look at the net. He focuses on the net. Says he talks to the post. So,
well, let's hope the Bruins leave him talking to himself tonight.
yeah.
We're set to go. Here's Fred.
Brian Skrudland and Dave Poulin on the faceoff. Corson, Richer, the big guns out there for Montreal. This is their big line. And you have to keep an eye on Richer. Christian, Poulin, they tap it up. Chelios clears it away to center ice. Skrudland losing it. Never really got it. Wesley clears it out. Ludwig trying to start the play. Cleared in now by Richer. All the way wide of Moog. Bork with it. Corson in front. Bork just bounces it and it twists by Chelios. Roy able to clear it away. The Bruins obviously checking him. They keep it in and Poulin with it. A quick shot. Knocked away. Rebound. Burridge. A shot. Saved by Roy. Couldn't get much on it, but there was a rebound. Out comes Corson now for Richer, and it's offside. And the change up here.
NESN's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beach Grenade for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers. For all that you do, this Bud's for you. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in #1, Century 21. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get.
And the face-off to the right of Patrick Roy. Carpenter with John Bice, the rookie, at right wing, and John Carter at left wing. McPhee off him and into the penalty box, and a face-off. And amazingly, you put out a checking line, and they get the scoring bid, as the Poulin line did on the Burridge shot, and not the big line.
Well, that's a lot of it is tenacious checking. You seem to get an awful lot of opportunities when you put your mind to working hard and playing the puck. And as a checker, secondary, you take the body, make sure you got him, and then you think puck later on. And just a lot of success comes from that.
Galley drives it in. And Svoboda, he missed the first game of this series with the flu. He's out of Czechoslovakia in his 6th year. His pass-up stop by Galley. Carter, and offside. As Carter tried to swing in fast with plenty of speed there. And Lemieux now in a gesture, and Desjardins against Carter, who has had an excellent series against Hartford and Montreal.
John hasn't got a goal yet, but I'll tell you, he's playing awful sound hockey.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited.
Strictly prohibited.
A lot of things should be prohibited in this game tonight. You got the distinct feeling hanging around both rooms before the game that it might be a nasty game tonight. You got that eerie silence coming out of both rooms.
The whole series could get ugly.
And the drawback. Svoboda rushes. Excellent offensive defenseman. Offside is Lemieux on the left, with Svoboda saying, what happened? Peter Svoboda, number 25, back in action. They say he played the best against Buffalo. He was born in Most, Czechoslovakia. Can you imagine they named a town after Johnny Most in Czechoslovakia? Huh? Isn't that hard to believe? International fame.
I could go along with that.
You've heard of Most, Czechoslovakia.
Sure, I mean, hasn't everyone?
I wonder if Peter was born high above courtside.
Yeah.
I wonder why he has improved so much. There would have to be maturity. He's always had the skills, but he's always taken cheap penalties. And
well, he didn't like the aggressiveness, and you have to realize all the Russian players are out of the Stanley Cup Series now. They say Fetisov was a bomb. Janney is over the line. Couldn't set it up with Neely. Back comes Courtnall. In the center ice, play broken up. Now regained by Courtnall. Courtnall with McPhee trying to drop it in. He scores a one-hander by McPhee on a very casual play. A pass in by Courtnall, a one-hand goal by Mike McPhee on the first shot by the Canadiens.
Oh, that's rather ominous. Andy Moog obviously felt that Mike McPhee couldn't reach and get it. And relaxed just a little bit.
And it was bouncing. You want to talk luck. This is a good second effort by McPhee. He just gets to it. You got to figure that you're safe in that situation. He's waiting for him to take it off the backboards. But that's what you need. You've got to go to the net. You've got to be all the time thinking goal. Right here, McPhee waits, curls around the outside, and just a little redirect. You have no time to react.
And who else but McPhee, the nemesis? Usually it's a hard driving play that he scores on.
If Andy Moog opens his legs to play the far post, it can go in between them just as well.
Gary Galley picked up a penalty after the play.
And Courtnall. Well, it looked like the most casual play of all. And Courtnall set up McPhee. And 1-0 for the Canadiens. And now, Lemieux trying to move it out. Does. Taken over by Burridge and Bourque. 1-0 the Canadiens. Back comes Burridge, left wing side. Belted by Lemieux. And the puck taken over by Donald Dufresne. Rushes center ice, clears in the Boston end. The Canadiens with the quick lead can put on that smothering defense. And there they are checking Poulin, and the puck rolls right back and controlled at the Canadiens defense. Clear out by Daigneault, and he connects. Lemieux breaks. Lemieux with Smith. Stop. Over the line. Burridge. Now trying to cut back, and he's broken up inside the line. Poulin trying to check the play, and it bounces for Bourque. Bourque starts it out. Bourque rushing with Christian. A shot. A save by Roy. The rebound, Ray Bourque. He's hit in the corner to follow up Smith. Able to work it free. And breaking is Corson. 2-on-1. Lemieux, Corson. Back. Checked all the way by Ray Bourque, who got back in the play. Big defensive maneuver after he made a fine rush, and Gould is out. 3-on-2 Boston. With Wesley coming up. And the Canadiens just fire it out after getting possession on the clear in by Gould. Winding up Lyndon Byers. 1-0 Montreal. In the center ice, the back checking of Richer intercepts a Boston pass. Courtnall was slashing Galley on sportsmanlike conduct. And a puck almost up here. 1-0 Montreal. First period on NESN at the Garden.
Great play by Ray Bourque, especially when you consider that he led the rush at the other end and went in deep and was checked by two Canadiens in the corner and still got back to tie up Corson.
You don't know how dangerous that was. That was in Corson's feet. We all saw a little swipe at that puck. That second effort. Corson still trying to get some wood on it.
Bob Sweeney is out. Byers right and Gould left wing, and the big line on for the Canadiens. Skrudland, Richer, and Corson. That old Bruins nemesis out of RPI, Mike McPhee, has scored a goal on the only shot by the Canadiens. Gould breaks up this pass here. Can't convert it on Ludwig. Out comes Chelios. Broken up by Byers, but he can't get a handle to it. At center ice, Richer. He is stopped by Byers. Beers. Beers a lead for Gould. Gould can't handle it over the line. Bob Beers. Beautiful hit on Richer. Not with so much strength, but really taking the body. Here's Richer flying over the line, puts it in front, and Beers intercepts and clears it away. Rookie out of the University of Maine and Maine Mariners, Bob Beers. Gould takes over, forced to clear it out, and Svoboda gets control. Up for Gilchrist, a very much underrated player for the Canadiens. Brent Gilchrist in his second year, one of those defensive specialists. You look at the Canadiens, and they really have 5 forwards or defensive specialists, and Gilchrist is one, but he's creating an attack now. Can't move in. Desjardins hammers it in. Around the boards, Gilchrist offside. And Bice hands it to Ewan, and it's driven in wide. Walter keeps it in. Shot in front, just deflected over the net off Gilchrist. Gilchrist, a turnaround, and Moe fortunately had the glove there. Turnaround shot by Gilchrist was a scoring bid. 1-0 Montreal. First period at Boston Garden on NESN.
Oh, Bob Beers plays nothing like a rookie, Derek. He looks like he's been out there for some time, considering the fact he came up the very tail end of the season.
Very strong defensively. He's the only right-handed shot the Bruins got, which adds a lot of natural abilities on the right side.
Shot by McPhee wide of the net off the faceoff. And back to cover now. Courtnall, the Canadiens lead 1-0. They're more or less freewheeling here in the first period. The Bruins with 2 shots. One has been a long one by Ray Bourque. Bice trying to break. Now Carpenter does. Over the line with Galley trailing. Trying to put it in front. Blocked by Desjardins. Svoboda around the boards. It is kicked in by the hustle of Carpenter. His pass blocked. The Canadiens work it out to Mike Keane. Keane, one of those defensive specialists playing up front, helps the young defense. Moe clears it around. Bruins start it away. Into center ice, Weiss. Carpenter, quick shot, deflected wide. And J.J. Daigneault takes over. Into center ice, Keane handed it to Bourque. 6 minutes into the first period, 1-0 Montreal. And a pretty casual play by McPhee, a one-hander that beat Moe. Prop over the line for Janney. And a slap shot misfire. Didn't get it all. Neely, a good hit there on Dufresne. Neely right back over the line with Janney. Holding. Now for Prop. Prop for Bourque. Bourque shot wide. Janney trying to put it in front. Check behind the net. Moves it to the corner. Keane. Checked by Neely. Back for Bourque. Bourque fires in front. Loose. Prop scores! Brian Prop ties up the game at 1. Relentless pressure by Boston.
I'll tell you what, Derek. They may have Cam Neely so he's not shooting as much, but the hits make all this possible, and then the great play by Janney.
There's the left foot by Janney. Gets it to Prop upstairs. Now make note of that. Upstairs by Brian Prop, who is one of the best Bruins goal scorers. Did not think on the ice where Roy is ready for you every time.
Now the Bruins tie it up, and Craig Janney, a great play with that kick pass. 1-1. Neely has been hitting everything. They try to play it back to Bourque, broken up. And over the line, offside is Courtnall. The pass a little behind him as he tried to break in alone. But Janney, Prop, and Neely, with Neely hitting, put tremendous pressure on Montreal. A big hit on Dufresne.
When Neely's hitting, it puts pressure on anybody.
For that kind of play in their end, Montreal now has to look over its shoulder to see where number 8 is, and it takes that split second of concentration away from getting the puck out.
And I don't care who you are, nobody likes to be hit, but there's Dufresne going in against Neely. It's nice to see him get hit.
Now watch him hit Keane. Well, we're not going to see it any further, but Keane went down. That's when the puck came back to Raymond.
You knock people on the ice, they're out of the play.
The
that
goal
means
by
someone
Boston.
has to do a double job.
Brian Prop at 6:24 from Craig Janney and Ray Bourque after Mike McPhee from Russ Courtnall made it 1-0 Montreal. No one on the Bruins with more experience than Brian Prop in playoffs, of course. Most of it with Philadelphia. And there's a heavy hit by Skrudland on Peterson. Skrudland, a very chippy series. He's an excellent center iceman for Montreal, and he belted Peterson.
I like Skrudland. He's tough-nosed. What I get a kick out of is seeing Richer skate in after everybody separated.
Yeah, Brian Skrudland, you don't mind playing tough. Stephane Richer is absolutely fooling nobody.
Ooh, that's a Neely-type hit. Hey, be sure to tune in Sunday afternoon as our college baseball 90 coverage continues here on NESN. Catch all the action as the South Carolina Gamecocks take to the field to battle the Seminoles from Florida State live at 2 o'clock. NESN always has the very best in college baseball excitement, so be sure to join us Sunday afternoon at 2.
Well, we got the shutouts out of the way early.
Yeah.
13:05 left, first period, 1-1. On goals by Brian Prop for Boston, Mike McPhee. Is Chelios a shot? Save. No. Drops it for Peterson. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Skrudland. Corson just knocked away by Peterson. The puck now belted away again. Kept in by Chelios. Poked away, and a timeout for Skrudland, who was in that melee in front of Andy Moog. Knocked down on
You
the
better
play.
not call this a 5-minute major high stick. I think it would be Ray Bourque.
Well, only if the officials say they saw a stick.
Ray doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but Hogarth is.
They're calling on Al Peterson. Right there. The stick came up as he was clearing it. And that will be all for Al if he drew blood.
Well, that rule has got to go. Got to go. Not the fact it's a 5-minute major for Montreal. Peterson is out of the game for high sticking. The score: Boston 1, Montreal 1, and we're in the first period on NESN at the Garden.
Why Hogarth went over there?
Fighting over say he's irate is an understatement. He asked Hogarth to come over and explain why. Now, I'm not sure. Well, Mike obviously doesn't have the benefit of replay.
I wonder if Mike's arguing that it was Skrudland's stick himself. Peterson hit his stick into him. Let's take a little look. See if Al Peterson does help the stick in.
No, it's Al's stick.
He got it early.
Al's stick all the way.
Yeah.
Well, it's a terrible rule. It has existed. There's no option for the official. Mike can protest long and loudly as Gordy Clark at his side. But that was a stick in the face, and out he goes. And what a dreadful rule for the National Hockey League. Especially the 5 minutes, okay, but to lose the player. And it could have been Raymond Bourque who was in the mix-up. It wasn't, obviously.
We've discussed it before. If it was accidental, let the player remain in the game. It was Ray Bourque. I paid good money. I'd be sick.
Poulin breaks it up on Chelios. Boston short-handed. 5-minute major for the Montreal Canadiens in a 1-1 hockey game. Corson hit the linesman. The linesman, Ron Finn, helped to break that one up. Svoboda. Pass rolls all the way into Andy Moe. Moe trying to clear it. Can't do it. Batted around by Bourque. Bourque able to clear it out. 1 minute gone by on the major against Peterson. 1-1 the score. First period. 11:48 left in the first period. Bobby Smith. He's devastating on the power play with his stick handling and maneuvering. And now Courtnall wheels it around in for Corson. Corson hit by Don Sweeney. Puck to Carpenter. Can't clear it out. Svoboda, great play to keep it in. Chelios gives it off to Courtnall. Shot deflected behind the net. Don Sweeney battling for it. It goes to Courtnall. Svoboda. Shot. Save! Oh, a screaming low hard drive. Courtnall keeps it in. Now to Smith. Major against Boston. All the way to Chelios. Chelios clears it in. Bruins would like a whistle and get a change up there. But Courtnall keeps it in. Pass blocked by Galley. Carpenter can't chop it out. Svoboda keeps it in. Off for Chelios. Back for Svoboda. Watched by Carpenter. Now goes deep. Back for Chelios. Chelios a shot. Blocked. A whistle here. What does Hogarth call him? A penalty against Montreal with 2:58 left on the major. And of course, this is what generally happens. I mean, they're waiting for the slightest movement by the Canadiens. A high stick.
I think Donnie Sweeney's going with him as well.
You're right, Derek. They got Don Sweeney as well. You're right, though, Fred. Normally, you will see the official, especially if he thinks that it was an accidental high stick, and you hate like heck to have to send the guy away for the night. A lousy roll. He'll take a marginal call and go the other way with it during that 5-minute major. It's just a subconscious thing. It's not a rule of thumb. You're talking about Bobby Smith being so effective. You know, Brian Propp has such great numbers, 116 points in 124 playoff games, now 125 playoff games. Smith has 150 playoff games and 138 points, so he has been equally as effective.
Bruins, Brian Propp clears it out.
Nice pair of hands on Brian Propp there to control that puck.
1-1 the score. Peterson's out of the game with a 5-minute major for the Canadiens. Lemieux wraps it in. First on it, Bourque. For Propp. Propp trying to clear it. Can't. Check. Now it's broken up. And a break here. Here comes Propp. 2-on-1 with Wesley. Back for Wesley. Shot. Just wide in a short-handed bid. Great play by Propp. Back comes Lemieux. Power play Montreal. Challenged by Poulin and broken up. Dave Poulin looked like a defenseman there. 2:20 left on the major against Peterson. 1-1 the score. Bourque is on with Wesley. Poulin. And Gould now in deep. Mold trying to clear it. Kept in. Now it's up. Bruins can't clear it. Batted around in the corner. Kept in by Gilchrist. Back for the right point. Kept in by Desjardins. In the corner, Walter. Now Gilchrist. Now Walter again. Bourque after him. It's back. Desjardins a shot wide. Walter keeps it in. On the right side. Desjardins, the rookie. Drive
Diving for it. Dave Poulin blocked it wide. Bork is belted. Gets it up to Gould. Gould clears. What a hit Raymond Bork took. Lost his stick. And the puck rides free to Boston in their zone. Well, you can't pick out the heroes in this penalty killing. They're just legions as they dove after pucks. 1:20 left on the power play for Montreal. Chelios. Smith. He is stopped by Bob Sweeney. Back down Carbonneau. Or rather Chelios. Chelios clears in. Beers going in. A heavy hit on the boards by the Bruins. Puck kept in the corner by Corson. And a penalty coming up. Beers knocked down. And that nullifies the major.
Andy Moe got right out to calm Bob Beers down.
Chelios will be going. Chelios went in deep with Beers, had position on Beers after he pinned Bobby against the backboards and tried to go to the front of the net, and it was a stupid, needless penalty by Chelios with Hogarth standing right behind him.
1-1 the score. First period on NESN at Boston Garden.
Okay, Don Sweeney as well.
Oh, Bobby Smith is in the box along with Chelios.
His prop setting up Wesley, short-handed.
Brian Propp coming down there, nice backhand flip right there. Wesley tries far corner low, just went off the end of the stick.
I think he got a stick on it. I think Desjardins got a stick on that shot, Fred.
Where's Ray Bork got hit?
Ooh, Ryan Walter.
Daigneault and
Very
Walter.
tough man, Ray Bork. Strong. There's
Well, right now, 4 shots for Montreal, 3 for Boston. 1-1 the score, and goals by Mike McPhee and Brian Propp. 8:53 left in the first period, and you haven't seen better penalty killing than that by the Boston Bruins. Diving,
Phenomenal.
blocking, hustling.
great hustle by Propp, Poulin, Neely, Sweeney, all of them. Bobby Gould.
Chris Chelios, 2 minutes cross-checking. Bob Beers, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. Bobby Smith, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
I can't get over Chelios doing that, Derek. I mean, all right, your defenseman is up in front. He went in deep, so he's going to go to the front of the net. Good play. Why nullify it by taking a stupid cross-checking penalty?
Heat of the moment, figured he could get away with it.
Wow.
That's frustration. When you get your power play killed that successfully, I mean, that's killing a power play, not surviving one. But Don Sweeney and Beers in the box, and Peterson out of the game, leaves Galley, Wesley, and Bork.
In a minute, Boston will have a power play. Rushing now is Galley in a 1-1 game. Wesley with it. Up for Burridge. Knocks the pass down, gets it over the line, goes deep, tries to drop it. Broken up by Gilchrist, kept in by Wesley. Wrapped in around the corner. Daigneault and Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney trying to set it up with Burridge. And Gilchrist, excellent defensive player. Brent Gilchrist played in Sherbrooke with Pat Burns, and he knows his capabilities. He gets it away to Desjardins, who clears it in. 25 seconds, Boston with the power play. Penalty on Boston. Bob Sweeney apparently will go for taking down Corson. And Ron Hogarth's going to be a factor in this game. He's 42 years old, out of Barrie. Remember the famous Barrie Flyers before your day? Don McKenney, Doug Bones played for that team.
Yeah.
That was a Hap Emms team, wasn't it?
Hap Emms team in Barrie, Ontario. Moved the franchise to Niagara Falls. Bob Sweeney here. Here's the dump in. There is the reaching high and the tuck back. That's a silly penalty.
Yeah, that is. That one's as bad as Chelios' cross-check. I mean, of course it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Wasn't going anywhere. You got Ray Bork on the puck and room to wield.
Well, I guess the guys wanted to try to kill off the 5 minutes completely. didn't want it messed up with a 4-on-4.
Got to stay out of that penalty box. Bob just went a little too high with the stick. If he had kept it around the waist, then you're successful.
Bob's aggressive rush, I think, fired up the Bruins the other night, got them going offensively, but he's picking up too many penalties.
And they've all been hooking and hooking high, so.
Well, a lot of that is trying to do too much. You know, you feel like I had a bad series against Harvard. I got to work a little harder. I'll try a little harder, and all of a sudden you start taking penalties that are bad penalties.
Bork trying to clear it, can't do it. Now Carpenter does. Right now it's a 4-on-3 for Montreal. In 12 seconds, they get Peterson back. Carpenter the lone forward with Bork and Galley. Svoboda rushes. Gracefully over the line, goes wide, drops it for Richer. Richer drops it away now. Ludwig, a shot, save by Andy Moe. Carpenter clears it out. Bruins back at full strength. Byers is on the ice, checks the play. Each team short a man in 45 seconds. Canadians will have a power play again. 1-1 the score in the first period. Svoboda. Offside looked like to Richer. Richer works it over the line. Is checked by Galley. Knocked down on the play, and Bork starts it out. Up now for Poulin. Poulin in the center ice. Bork trailing. Tries to drop it for Bork. Bork has to chase it. Can't get it in front. Quick shot. And the save as Boston had a great chance by Carter. Cutting in front. Poulin keeps it in. Poulin for Bork. Back for Poulin. He lost control. And Richer breaks it out. 10 seconds. They'll have the power. Montreal. And this is going to be icing against Montreal. In 4 seconds, Montreal will have another power play. 6:57 left here in the first period. And John Carter had a close-in scoring bid as Ray Bork hustled around with Poulin to set it up.
John Carter skates so well and is so quick that he is going to get a lot of scoring chances every night just by being able to be in the right place at the right time.
He keeps on working like that, they'll go. What he had was Roy saw it, and he picked up Carter, came out a little bit. John turned around, weighed on the wrong foot, tried to risk something. Didn't get much on it.
And from Liz White for Derek, there are cookies, there's candy. But I'm glad to see it's Diet Coke there or Diet Pepsi or something there.
No, I mean, well, that's for his conscience. Yeah.
No.
You'll have to take one less bag with you, Fred, to Montreal to compensate for the added weight.
Right.
Turkey and cheese sandwich on wheat. On wheat. That's how healthy it is.
Power play now coming up for Montreal. They get the man out. 40 seconds left on it as they break to center ice. And over the line, Corson. Corson for Daigneault. Very much an offensive defenseman. Was with Vancouver and Philadelphia. Poulin trying to check the play. Courtnall able to keep it in. Courtnall holding. Pass across. Chelios well in. Shot. Oh, he tried to pick the corner with a slap shot. If that's possible. I don't think it is. But boy, he was looking corner. Propp clears it away. Brian Propp has the Boston goal. Mike McPhee for Montreal. And in 10 seconds, Bruins will get Bob Sweeney back and be at full strength. Janney is out there checking the play. Again, it's Svoboda. You wouldn't know he had the flu. Corson a shot in. Blocked. Don Sweeney gets away from Courtnall. Boston at full strength. Bob Sweeney can't set a play. Burridge tried to break in. Corson comes back. Over the line, the follow-up by Skrudland. Now, a hard grab by Courtnall from well out, though, and a save by Andy Moe on that 50-footer. Back now comes Janney. He set up the goal. Janney over the line for Burridge. Burridge in deep. Check. Taken down by Skrudland, who is going out. Skrudland with that extra chippiness and aggressiveness. And he doesn't like to call again, and Boston goes on a power play. Really, it will be their first.
Well, the Red Sox return to Fenway Park this week to open a big homestand, and NESN has the action Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 7:30 when they host the California Angels. The Angels boast one of the top pitching staffs in all of baseball, featuring Mark Langston, who had a no-hitter along with Witt earlier this year, and last year's rookie sensation Jim Abbott. Bob Kurtz will be along with Red Sox Digest a half hour before each game. That's the Sox and Angels, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 7:30 live on NESN.
And with all the penalty killing, the Bruins haven't had the Janney-Neely prop line out there, save for one great shift, and you see the cut that he sustained from Alan Peterson, and Peterson tossed out of the game. The Canadians toting it up around 5 minutes with a man advantage in the first period. The Bruins really haven't had any.
Oh, that's a pretty good takedown by Brian. I know he felt he was just wrapping him up legally, but
I think Brian Skrudland's got somewhat of an argument there. Randy Burridge was bent over. Really, that was a marginal call. I think Ron Hogarth thought it was a little bit worse than it was, but I think Burridge was on his way down regardless.
I think you're right.
The Bruins practice the power play, and look at this setup. Janney is back.
Draw to Dufresne. Can't clear it out. Gianni kept it in. He's playing the right point. Bork, the left point. Now it's into Neely. Off wing side. They trade passes. Cross for Gianni. Gianni cross for Neely. Shot. Trying to go high. And it's blocked. You could see them going high there. Neely moves it to Gianni. Gianni holding. Fires. And it's blocked by Carbonneau, who lost his stick. But the Canadians clear it out, or rather carry it out. Keane rushing. Checked on the play. Taken down by Ray Bork. And Boston back. Gianni in the center ice. Gianni looking for Prop. Forces Roy to play. Oh, they almost caught Prop out of there. Roy out of there. Prop had a testing shot on Patrick Roy, who changed his mind. Went back in the net, and Prop got it off the backboards for a hard shot.
I think he thinks it's icing, and there it is. It's untouched. Prop over the blue line.
But even if he thought it was icing, he knew Prop was going to beat his teammate down to it, so either play it or get back in the net. Do one or the other. But those end boards, especially at that end of the rink, if the door is not closed real tight, they can take some funny hops, and that thing came back very quickly to Brian Prop.
Usually they die. They get above the yellow border on the bottom, the gold border on the bottom, they die. The board's very soft here.
Christian on the faceoff with Carbonneau. Carbonneau wins it for Keane. Keane checked. Neely keeps it in. Now for Prop. Prop behind the net. Trying to drop it off Carbonneau. Lost it over in the corner. Prop hustles after it. Keane pokes it away. Christian keeps it in. Closing. Cut right in and couldn't put it on net. Penalty on Montreal coming up. A slashing call. Is it Keane? 59 seconds. The Bruins will have a two-man advantage here in the first period. Boston 1, Montreal 1. We're on NESN at Boston Garden.
What a great move right here that comes in. You got Dave Christian, curls in the corner. Now he's got Neely deep. A lot of the Canadians are focusing on the pass.
That was the
There's
slash.
the slash. Christian goes to the net, gets hit into Roy. Be careful knocking people into your goalkeeper.
Boy, that's a slash away from the play. Obviously, Hogarth is going to start calling almost everything, Derek.
Yeah, I think so.
Carbonneau wins a very important faceoff. And Chelios kills some time before clearing. 49 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Over to West, the Galley, the Bork. Bork fires, save! Roy. Behind the net, Neely. Slides it back for Galley. Galley holding. Two-man advantage. Into Neely. For Galley. Bork, one-timer, went high. Struck a Canadian who is felled on the play. And gets right up. Ludwig. He got a whistle. That's what he wanted. Oh, look at that wise look.
He looks fine.
He's fine.
He looked
What
like
he
a
did
wise
is he
old
wanted
owl.
the whistle. He makes this play for the whistle. He acts like it. Hogarth's concerned for his health and welfare. And then he jumps right up. Watch him jump up. Makes a complete fool of Hogarth.
Boy.
Who, in all seriousness, everybody in the building
Thought he was
hurt too.
Sure.
Olivier and Hamlet
I
never
tell you
bet.
what, that embarrasses a referee.
I thought I saw one of the Cowboys at Broken Arrow fall off a cliff after being shot like that. That's a beautiful, beautiful fall.
Well, why didn't he stay down at least until the trainer came out?
He will stay down for the benefit of the referee.
Now he takes that right above the sea. Right above the crest. Look at this. Nice little pirouette. Nothing to break the fall.
Neely on the draw, wins it, nullifying that stop. And Bork keeps it in. Now off for Christian. Two-man advantage. Deflected it behind the net to Neely. Gianni. Neely is knocked down in front. Back for Bob Beers, the rookie. Into Gianni. Gianni holding. Still holding. They just gathered in front of Roy. And the pass broken up by Carbonneau. Beers back. Carbonneau after him. Beers has lost his stick. And Carbonneau destroys that two-man advantage. And he's done that many a time. A superb defensive player. Intercepted the Gianni pass. Still a power play Boston in a 1-1 game. Bork fires it in. 3:25 left first period.
Back at the left point, Bourque keeps it in for Beers. Beers, a shot in a screen, loose. The Canadiens trying to work it out. Fought for by Neely. By Christian, by Janney. Janney keeps it in. Back for Beers, the rookie, playing the power play. To Bourque, in deep, all the way across. 2 men are going. A whistle by Hogarth. 28 seconds left on the Boston power play. Shots are 7 Boston, 6 Montreal. 3:06 left in the first period. 1-1 here.
All right, Skrudland's doing his best to get Cam Neely off the ice, and Cam just isn't biting for it. Hey, Bruins fans, now you can show your support for the black and gold in the postseason with the official 1990 Boston Bruins playoff collection. 100% cotton t-shirts and sweat tops are available with insignias of Ray Bourque, Cam Neely, or Andy Moe. All sizes are available, and orders will be shipped within 72 hours. To order your apparel, call 1-800-344-PLAY. T-shirts are $14.95, sweat tops $24. Please add $3.50 for shipping and handling. The Bruins 1990 official playoff collection. Call 1-800-344-PLAY today. Well, apparently it worked because Brian Skrudland and Cam Neely have gone off the ice. The last I saw, Derek, Cam was skating for the bench.
Dufresne went in. Tina Skrudland in there. Christian Neely. And penalty box is going to be a busy place.
Dufresne and Christian are out. That was the first penalty call. And now Neely and Skrudland for roughing. Still a power play for Boston with 3:06 left in the first period.
Hey, that's a great trade if you're Montreal, Fred. You've got Neely off the ice for 28 seconds of power play. And Skrudland, from the time he came back on the ice on the previous penalty, was baiting Cam at the other end. And all he wanted was to get Neely off the ice. There's a slash right there, Dufresne on Christian. Dave gives it right back to him, although not nearly as healthy.
On the draw, kept in at the line by Wesley. Wesley closing. Now back for Bourque. Shot. Save. Oh, he dropped at the right time. Weiss tried to put it in front. It's knocked away by Chelios and cleared out. By Carbonneau it was. Carbonneau breaks it up inside the Boston line. Now Bourque back. Clears it around, and going for it is Ludwig, able to keep it in. And the Canadiens now back at full strength. They kill off the penalty. They keep the play in the Boston zone in a 1-1 game. Dave Poulin breaks it out. Off for Weiss. Weiss a quick clear in. Burridge hustles in. Behind the net. Battles Ludwig. A battle there, Poulin. Desjardins. And finally Carbonneau comes out with it. This will be icing. And we have 2:08 left here.
Heads up play there by Bob Pierce. Could have played that puck. Got the icing call out of it.
And we had a chance the other night to see the new executive suites that will be a part of the new Boston Garden. Larry Moulter showing us, and corporation presidents interested in seeing exactly what it'd be like. Wasn't it beautiful? 14-seat arrangement. And
14 and 20.
Luxury.
Just the two of them, and it just gorgeous. I mean, the new Boston Garden going to open your eyes. I mean, the accessibility, privacy, parking, valet parking. They're going to have the whole 9 yards.
Called the new Boston Garden Corporation. I'll show it to you.
I think
Carpenter gets it back. Left point. Galley, a shot. Save, Roy! As he spread that left pad down. 1-1 the score. Bob Sweeney moving in. And Bob Beers puts it in front. Tip. Carpenter missed the net with the rebound. After the tip by John Carter. Beers started it. The Canadiens break it out. Desjardins rushes now. Clearing in the Boston end. 1:44 left in the first period. Bob Sweeney takes down Bob Smith. Beers trying to come out. Carpenter forced to clear it out. And Svoboda with it. Boston came close on that last bid. Here's a breakup. Carpenter over the line. Carpenter drops it. Carter keeps it in. Carter can't get the shot away. And down goes Carpenter. A power play for Boston. A cross-check on Carpenter, and the Bruins will have a power play again with 1:22 left, and will mean they'll about a total of really the third power play for Boston. But Montreal had the major and an additional chance. So if you're looking at minutes, Montreal's had 5, Boston 4, and the Bruins on a power play.
Ron Hogarth calling everything. Doing a fine job of it thus far. There's Carter knocked down. Stick in the face. There's another stick in the face by Corson on Carter when he's down on the ice trying to get Carter to get excited and do something. It's a cheap shot by Corson.
And a face-off coming up in the Montreal end. Mike McPhee scored in Canadiens' first shot of the game, a one-hander set up by Courtnall. Boston came back on a storming play with Cam Neely throwing body checks, and eventually Prop scored, set up by Janney and by Bourque. Desjardins, 2 minutes for cross-checking Bob Carpenter. Poulin is out there with Janney and Bice. Wesley and Bourque and Mike Milbury going with the youngsters on the power play. Beers played on the last one. Neely is in the penalty box, of course, and Christian too. And Carbonneau gets the draw. Chelios can't clear it. Stopped by Bourque. He's checked immediately, batted away, and Carbonneau rushes. Carbonneau over the line. Check. Shoots. Great save by Andy Moog as Carbonneau had picked the corner to his right. And a short-handed bid. Canadiens break it up at center ice and drive it back in the Boston end. Less than a minute left in the first period. 1-1 the score. Janney. Poulin. Clear around the corner. Kept in by Bourque. Stopped by Ludwig. Bounces to Poulin. Poulin always on the move. Can't set up Janney though. Around the boards. Wesley right point keeps it in. Looking for Janney. Behind the net. Janney. Back for Wesley. Over to Bourque. Bourque. Wesley. Isaac Keane in front of him. So
a wise play by Wesley. Isaac Keane go down to block it.
Bourque coming back. Checked. And the Canadiens clear it out. 10 seconds left to clear out by Ludwig. Boston on a power play, but the Canadiens' defense has been superb. Long shot wide. That'll do it. The period ends. Boston will have 39 seconds left on the penalty against Eric Desjardins when we start the second period. The shots were even, 9 apiece. And no better scoring bid than that one by Carbonneau, short-handed, and Moog, a beautiful stop.
1-1 on the short side.
Boston and Montreal at the end of the first period of play. And we'll have intermission highlights in a moment.
One other game in the Stanley Cup Playoffs tonight. That's the game at Madison Square Garden between the New York Rangers and the Washington Capitals, but that is an 8:30 start, so it will be a while, just a few minutes away before the Rangers and the Caps have at it. Scoring in the first period from Boston Garden. It was Montreal first with a goal by Mike McPhee at 1:48. His first of the playoffs, by the way. Russ Courtnall had the assist on that goal. The Bruins tied it on Brian Prop's goal at 6 minutes and 24 seconds with Bourque and Janney getting the assists on the one that tied it. Shots on goal were even as well. 9 for the Bruins, 9 for the Canadiens. That goal by Prop is 117th career playoff point, and that moves him into a tie for 25th place with Bernie Boom Boom Geoffrion in the Stanley Cup all-time playoff scoring. Second period, the Bruins have a little power play left. Let's go back to Fred and Derek and Dave.
All right, Tommy, thank you. Derek, as a player, both sides of the puck, how difficult is it to come out with a power play in only a few seconds of it, say 39, 40 seconds as we have here?
Well, you talk it up in the room like, let's get one early, let's get one quick, and if it happens, it happens. But really, a power play, you set it up, take your time. You've got 40 seconds. If you get it in, win the draw. That's the important thing. Go from the face-off, get it in, get possession, set somebody up, drive into the net. But you know that man is coming out of the box pretty quick. So the right point man, the left point man of the Bruins will be back deep, waiting for that guy to come out. He'll pick him up first.
Well, let's take a look at the Bruin goal, which tied it up. Brian Prop, neither goal coming on the power play in the first period, both even strength goals.
Right here's Cam Neely going for the puck, takes his man, nice little push hit. Back to the point, Bruins with possession here. Now it pops in. Here's Janney, watch him turn and just kick it to Prop. Roy's down. The key is he was down and he beat him upstairs. Bobby Carpenter tried to get upstairs on him as well. Cam Neely hit the crossbar.
Keep shooting and keep shooting high.
Yeah.
Because you know Patrick isn't going to change.
No.
He's been playing that style for a long time, and it's been successful. And why change something that's not broken? But you can break them if you keep going upstairs and pot a few. Then you've got him thinking, do I go down as quickly? Maybe those pads don't close as quickly when he shows the 5-hole.
Well, what he does is he depends on his defense to get to the opposing forward with the puck quickly, which is going to force him to shoot it without waiting to look. And it's just a situation that defense doesn't do that. And the Bruins forwards got some time, like Neely did, to go upstairs. They can start picking those upper corners pretty good.
Derek, the other night I noticed that after one period and well into the second, Montreal had won far more faceoffs than Boston. Again tonight, first period, Boston 9, Montreal 14 in the faceoff department. The Bruins, for the most part, during the season were outstanding at faceoffs. Why now, late season and playoffs, are they struggling?
They went in a faceoff slump with Hartford and turned it around. It's concentration. Second effort, you got to try things right here. One of them, Neely at center, trying to beat Carbonneau.
And it bounces under the skate of Prop and now controlled by Carbonneau. Cleared by Chelios. Down to 30 seconds on the Boston power play. And Keane able to foul it up. Spills Neely. And Boston starts it out in a power play. Just underway, second period, 1-1. Wesley rushes over the line. They back off a shot. Hit the post. Wesley, beautiful rush. Back to Bourque. Bourque holding. Now to Wesley again, who just hit the post. A quick shot in. A save short side by Roy. Kicked in by Prop. Looking for Neely. Bounces to Bourque. Keeps it in. Man back for Canadiens. Prop a shot. Knocked away. Neely to Janney behind the net. Rolls it back. Wesley over to Bourque. They've switched. Bourque a high shot. Loose. Banged around. Backhand. Neely couldn't put it in. It went wide. Prop bangs into Keane in the corner. Marvelous power play by Boston after Wesley hit the post. Keane trying to clear. Stop. Wesley holds. Wesley. Janney. Prop rather. His shot. Blocked. And it's Desjardins out of that penalty box, and he rolls it in the Boston end. Wesley rang it off the far side on Roy. Burridge trying to move in. Centers it, but it is intercepted by Richer. Checked by Bob Sweeney. Poked in deep. Back for Daigneault. Daigneault to Corson. Stopped by Galley. Picked up by Richer. Richer, good stick handler. Works it over the line. Poked away, kept in by Dufresne. Screen shot blocked. And injured on the play is Bob Sweeney.
Right on the ear.
Right on the back of the ear. Might have, the force of the blow, fortunately, might have hit the helmet.
Tough break for Boston. Burridge was coming out with the puck. And the Bruins had a 2-on-2 for sure.
You're tough.
Well, I mean, it's a tough break for Bob Sweeney. I'm not. Here's Wesley's shot.
Here's Wesley, an inside shift. Obviously, right there.
Up. He shot it up.
Up. And Roy was on the way down, and then he did. When you're moving down, you can't move your hands up as well as you could if you just standing there. Almost beat him.
Please don't take my words out of context. I have sympathy completely for Bob Sweeney.
I know that.
But unlike Ludwig, that's what I was comparing it to, who created a face-off with a fake injury, this hurt Sweeney and hurt Boston. Indeed. Richer, Christian, battling for it. It's in front. Quick shot blocked on Corson. Another shot here. A score by Richer. On a backhander in tight. Richer scores to make it 2-1 Montreal.
Stéphane Richer comes out of the corner. He really fights here in the corner well. Stayed with the puck. It's just going to squeak through a hole, too. Bounces off. Bruins right there poking the puck. Nobody's really got the man. When you don't have the arms tied up, you don't have the man. Right there, it's attempted to take off, just slides through Moog's legs.
Andy down trying to cover as much of the ice as he can.
Well, he has to right here get the left post with that save. Now it pokes out. Burridge misses it.
Again, the first shot on net in the second period by Montreal. And Richer gets it, makes it 2-1. 54 seconds into the second period. The Bruins trailed. Puck
cleared around. Dufresne with it for Montreal. Clearing it back in. Wesley starts it out. Wesley checked. Forced to clear it out. With that tight back checking by Montreal. At center ice, Carpenter trying to set a play. It bounces over the line. Carter chasing it. Bice in front. Carter holds away from Lemieux. Drops it back for Bourque. Bourque across. Galley a shot. Saved short side by Roy. Around the boards, it's cleared out to Lemieux. He is hit by Raymond Bourque and stopped. Bourque takes the puck away. Galley clears it out. Carpenter is onside and puts himself offside at the line, and a face-off called. Montreal 2, Boston 1. Second period on NESN at the Garden.
Carpenter and Lemieux are both gone.
These are matching penalties. Looking at the power play in the first period, the Bruins had a man advantage for 4 minutes and 55 seconds. The Canadiens for 4 minutes and 17 seconds, mostly on Peterson's major. He was kicked out of the game. High sticking. Carbonneau out against Neely and wins the draw. Neely taking the faceoffs. Courtnall will lead from McPhee, who has scored a goal. Now winding up is Galley. Looking for Propp, who's lost his helmet. Canadiens break that up. Follow up by Bob Beers. Gets it away to Propp. Propp over the line. Oh, he had Neely open on the left to move in and elected to fire from well out. And McPhee starts it back. Tipped in by Courtnall with that great speed. Courtnall forechecking. Propp trying to work it out. Check. Now wing to wing to Neely. Neely hit. Gives it to Janney. Janney over the line. For Neely, shot scores! Cam Neely with a rugged volley check and a follow-up score from Janney to tie it at 2.
Well, Peter Svoboda right about now probably wishing he still had the flu. What a hit by Neely, and then you knew they were going to get a shot after that.
He sees Svoboda coming. He lines him up into the corner of his eye, nails him, then gets back in the play. Neely snaps it upstairs. Patrick Roy down. Second one upstairs.
A brilliant goal by Cam Neely. Number 5 to tie it at 2.
Well, their 50-goal scorer got one. Boston's 50-goal scorer got one right back.
Well, we were talking before the game and talking to Fran Rose of the Globe, talking about not a whole lot of players can pick their spots, but Cam Neely is definitely one who can.
Keane rattles Bourque. They both go down. Don Sweeney trying to come out. Can't. Now hit by Ewan. And the puck rolls in the corner. Ewan there. Bourque after him. Gilchrist. Ewan. Ewan checked by Bourque. Bourque pokes it away. In the corner, though, goes Gilchrist. Back at the left point. Back, intercepting Janney. 3-on-2 Boston. Janney for Propp. Propp over the line in deep. Shot. Short side saved by Royas. Propp put that right on. Don Sweeney keeps it in for Janney. Janney in traffic. To Neely for Propp. And couldn't get it. Just blocked by Ludwig. As the Bruins pressed in, the Janney-Neely Propp line have played tremendously as the puck is iced by Montreal. With the score, Boston 2, Montreal 2. We're on NESN at the Garden.
Cam Neely, what an outstanding job. Peter Svoboda. Oh,
Peter goes, what happened?
you know, when you have the flu, your body aches, your head aches. That just kind of...
And then you get hit like that, and then he scores right off. That's what's scary.
Oh, what a marvelous sequence that sums up the career of Cam Neely. That right there in that one play, one motion back to Wesley, who has hit the post, bears in. Screen shot, not wide by Roy. Might have been wide anyway. Bob Sweeney fights for it in deep with Gould. Behind the net, Gould trying to stuff it. Can't do it. Byers in deep on Ewan. They battle in the Montreal corner. Strudlin trying to come out. Dufresne. A pop fly. Richer and Wesley go for it. Wesley clears it out safely. Dufresne fires it back in. 2-2 the score. Heavy hit in the corner. Bruins. Byers trying to get it. Corson checked by Byers. Bob Sweeney checking Skrudland. Skrudland makes the play to Corson. The shot missed the short side. Richer puts it in front. And they score! The puck, they're hanging alone as Richer dropped it in front for Corson.
That is a perfect example of what I've been saying. The Bruins play the body so much. Montreal is looking for the puck a little bit more. You've got to take the puck when you get the opportunity. Andy Moog thinking poke check here. He gets hit, stumble, loses his balance. Oh, Richer tries, gets it in front. What's going to happen? Nobody's got that stick covered. You've got to take the stick away from the forward. Here comes our watch, just a little tuck. Got nothing to do. Andy Moog wanted to poke check it.
The goal by Corson, the assist to Richer and Skrudland. And the Canadiens have the lead again. 2 shots, 2 goals. And Boston digging from behind, they have all night. Neely back. Neely, beautiful rush over the line for Prop. Prop broken up by Courtnall. And the clear. Moog forced to play it with Carbonneau after him. Around the board. Intercepted by McPhee. McPhee hit by Bork and the shot goes wide. Galley up for Neely. Out to Janney. Janney broken up partially and now completely by Chelios. That was Courtnall hustling back. Boston 14 shots, Montreal 12. The Bruins have outplayed the Canadiens and trailed. Courtnall with it. Courtnall fires one wide as he stopped and cut, and Galley takes over. The lead now for Prop. He can't get it. Brian Prop and Cam Neely, the Boston goals. 13:30 left in the second period. Montreal leading 3-2. Smith rushing. Pass across. Weiss trying to move it out. Svoboda hammers it back in. Save. Block again on the rebound. Goes deep. And the Canadiens are effective in deep. Carpenter trying to stop Lemieux. Lemieux swings it around in front, but not on net. Desjardins rolls it in front. Lemieux shot over the head of Moog. As the Bruins are hemmed in, the rookie Weiss can't get it. Shot by Svoboda. The rebound cleared by Wesley. Kept in by Walter with Weiss on it. As the Canadiens carry the play to the Boston zone and keep it in. Lemieux barging around. In deep for Walter. Checked by Weiss. Wesley trying to tie up Smith. Smith able to put it near the net. Lemieux battling there. It rolls in front. And Carpenter able to clear it out. But the Bruins are going with Weiss and Beers on there. And the rookies, along with the rest of the Bruins, hard pressed. Hard pressed in the Boston end and icing by Montreal now. Montreal 3, Boston 2. We're on NESN at Boston Garden.
The rookie, John Weiss, was whistled for slashing as we broke away, and Bruins going to be shorthanded.
Here it goes. There it goes wide of the net. Now Richier's just going to turn. Bob Beers a little bit lost his balance. A tuck through. Moog wants to poke check it. Now there's the stick of Corson. Just squirts it through Moog's legs. As they kick it out, they're still struggling. That puck is still loose. That was a tremendous save by Andy Moog. There's Weiss, a slap on the backside of.
Hey, has anybody seen Dave Poulin?
Not yet. Around the boards, kept in now by Chelios. Pass up, stopped by Ray Bork. Bork clears it out. Boston shorthanded. Carpenter 2 minutes for slashing. Chelios starts it away. Drives it in the Canadian power play. They haven't scored on a power play, but they're leading 3-2. Bork able to clear it out. And Prop is out there with Burridge. We have not seen Dave Poulin in the second period. No word.
I hope it's just equipment.
Svoboda gains the line. Clear it. Moog trying to clear it out. Stopped. Blocked. Knocked back. Played around the boards. Richer with it. Back at the line. Over to Svoboda. His pass up. Stopped. Don Sweeney clears it out. For Prop. Prop rushes. Short-handed. Fires one. Wide and high. Long rebound. Galley able to keep it in. Chelios checked by Carter. Able to hold it away from John Carter. Hooked down by Carter. Hogarth lets it go. He holds Carter's stick. And a break for Boston there. Carpenter cleared it away. Bice is in the penalty box for the slash. 35 seconds left on his penalty. The Bruins have nullified the Montreal power play. And it's the Canadiens out in front by a score of 3-2 with 10:58 left here in the second period.
Corson and Galley are going to be going, and while they are, we'll tell you that NESN has more great tennis excitement coming your way. Friday night at 7:30 with the 14th annual Eckerd Tennis Open from the Bardmore Country Club in Largo, Florida. Last year's champ, Conchita Martinez, will be challenged by top 10 ranked competitors Mary Jo Fernandez and Monica Seles, plus French Open winner Arantxa Sanchez. That's the Eckerd Tennis Open, Friday night at 7:30 right here on NESN. Galley and Corson got tied up along the far side as the puck came out. They went down in a heap. Nothing serious, but they each get roughing calls. I'm concerned about the absence of Dave Poole.
So am I. Injuries are going to play a big part in this series.
The draw is for Daniel. Power play, 28 seconds left. Smith drops it in. Wesley on with Bork. Bork fell down out of the corner. Lemieux checked by Carter. They battle. It rolls back. Shot by Daniel. Saved by Moe. Throws it way out for Carpenter, who clears. Penalty almost up. Bice ready to combat. Boston. Break up at center ice by John Carter. Breaks with Carpenter. Bice on the ice. Rushed in, and he was offside. Montreal 3, Boston 2 on NESN at the Garden.
CCM 651 Tax, the only skate with vacuum form, heat molded to the exact shape of your foot. The only skate with heel lace, dual lacing that locks in perfect fit to transmit your power and control directly where you need it most, right into your game. 651 Tax by CCM. Turn on the power.
Face-off outside the Montreal line. Dave Poulin's shoulder injury will not return to the game. And what a loss for the Boston Bruins. And injuries are part of it, of course. And
A big loss.
Bruins have played very, very well. They trail 3-2. 3 Montreal goals have all scored within a range of, as backfoot Ray Bourque icing against Montreal, within a range, I would say, of 15 feet. McPhee, a one-hander.
That was in the goal crease. The last one was in the goal crease.
The Boston goals by Brian Propp and Cam Neely. Janney has assisted on both. Bourque on one, and Propp has a goal and an assist. The face-off now to the right of Richer. We're halfway through the game. Boy, one of the bright stars in the series, Dave Poulin, shoulder injury. You got Janney back from a shoulder injury. He's a factor in the game, very much so, with 2 assists, beautiful plays to set up goals. And Dave Poulin out. The draw to Chelios. Chelios trying to clear it out. Bourque bangs in a hard hit. The puck kept in by Janney, lost to Chelios. Chelios backhands this one over the head of Ray Bourque. Alan Peterson tossed out of the game. So they're missing Peterson. And this pass to Propp goes off his stick and into the stands of a face-off call. 9:41 left here, second period. 3-2 lead, Montreal.
Hey, join us Monday night at 6 for the annual Boston Red Sox Pawtucket Red Sox exhibition matchup at McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Catch Greenwell, Boggs, Burks, Barrett, and Clemens as they return to their AAA stomping grounds to battle the stars of tomorrow. That's the Bo Sox versus the Paw Sox. Monday night at 6, live on NESN.
And the face-off coming up at the Boston line. Penalty minutes. There they are, game 2. 23-20. Of course, that's deceptive.
The question is, what do you have on power plays? And the Canadiens, I would say, have about 6 or 7 minutes, and the Bruins with about 6. Time. Ryan Pop. Pass up, stopped by Ludwig. Portnoy. Can't clear it out, kept in by Janney. Poked in deep, Neely and Ludwig. Centering pass, intercepted by McPhee. Kept in by Prop, as McPhee can't clear it. Neely, who's everywhere, back for Beers. Janney, a shot, saved by Roy, holding the short side. Janney keeps it in, checked by McPhee. Battles McPhee. McPhee gets it around to Chelios, who's uncovered. And the Canadiens work it out, leading 3-2. McPhee rushing along. Deep. Portnoy bangs it behind the net. A battle there. Burridge. Digging. Portnoy joining the fray. Carbonneau. And here goes Wesley and Portnoy. And as far as manpower is concerned, the Bruins can ill afford to have players out on the bench. It's
the heck is Guy Carbonneau doing coming from the outside, putting his glove in Randy's face?
Yeah, he's awful brave on that one. Then nearly come around, and he didn't want to make eye contact.
We're going to take a look at a play earlier in the game that may or may not have been the play that Dave Poulin injured his shoulder.
When he fell on him at the blue line? Right here.
Right there.
Very possible.
Well, that could have been it, yeah. Get that arm trapped underneath, and all that weight comes down on the top shoulder. The bottom one has nothing to give, except for the shoulder itself to give. Good to have, speaking of shoulders, Craig Janney back in the lineup. I wonder what it would be like for the Bruins to play a few games in a row with their
full complement of players. Craig Janney playing with pain, too. That isn't an injury that's fully recovered.
Shots are even, 15 apiece. We're in the second period. The Canadiens lead 3-2. 1-1 at the end of the first period. McPhee and Prop. Then Richer made it 2-1. Cam Neely, after belting Svoboda down, scored in a setup from Janney. 2-2. Corson coming back with one of those weird plays in front of the net, set up by Richer. Puck was there. Corson pounced on it, wrapped it home. And the draw now to Galley. Ewan is after him. Galley clears it out. Svoboda with it for Montreal. Up now for Gilchrist. Over the line with Ewan and Keane. Shot and a save. Knocked away by Don Sweeney. Wrapped around the boards. At the Canadiens, Gilchrist battles to keep it in. Don Sweeney trying to clear it out. Carpenter does, but the Canadiens control. The Canadiens checking the Bruins with good forechecking. Svoboda starts it up again. Stopped by Don Sweeney. Now Galley. Away from Gilchrist. Gets it up to Carter. With Carpenter. Carpenter over the line. Drop pass to nobody. He's able to keep it in. Byers was cutting somewhere. Now Carpenter in deep. Lost it behind the net. And out comes Keane for Gilchrist with Ewan. Gilchrist cuts in front, shoots, and Moog makes the stop. Ray Bourque starts it out. Up for Carpenter. Carpenter now to Ray Bourque. Lines changing. Bourque over the line. Off for Carter. Shot. Scores! John Carter from Raymond Bourque. And it's tied at 3.
Patrick Roy better get used to standing up because they're going to keep going upstairs the rest of the night.
What a rush by Ray Bourque. What a play. John Carter one times at Roofer. Too bad. You should get 2 points for Roofer. Nice little inside move by Bourque. A delay, a slide. Roy waiting right upstairs off the post.
Bruins have shown real toughness to come back now 3 times. They've got to get the next goal. They can't keep playing catch-up all night long. They've got to now put the onus on Montreal to have to come back and score one to tie it.
Cam Neely's hit the crossbar. Glenn Wesley's hit the post up high on Roy.
John Carter.
Great pass by Ray Bourque, working his way over the line. He pulled both defensemen Derek to him, which opened up that left lane for John Carter.
Galley wraps it in. The game tied at 3. The Bruins 3 times have come from behind. Bob Sweeney in deep. Gould and the Canadiens ice it. Back goes Galley, coursing after him. Icing against the Canadiens. With the score, Boston 3, Montreal 3. Back in a moment. Bob Sweeney is taking, well, no, he's out there with Gould and Burridge. Yeah, Burridge was a line mate of Poulin, so Mike Milbury's forced to realign his forward trios. Bob Sweeney is waved out. Burridge will go in for the faceoff. Wesley and Bourque for Boston inside the line. 3-3 the score. Wayne Barney instructions for Burridge. Puck down. Rolled in front of the net and just skated away by Dufresne. Out it goes to Richer. Offside pass to him. 7:06 left here in the second period. The shots are 17 Montreal, 16 Boston. None of the goals have come on power plays. And John Carter driving one high. So much for Patrick Roy and his instructions for Andy Moog.
I don't know. I can't believe he opened his mouth and said, well, we're going to beat Moog. We're going to beat him up high. Now, told the Bruins his biggest fear probably is up high. Shooting him up there. See, that'll force Roy with 3 up there to stay on his feet a little longer. Then he's not so good down low.
And those pads
they don't spread so
quickly,
wide, so easy. Then that makes 5-hole suspect.
The Janney Neely prop line have played superbly with Prop and Neely getting goals, both set up by Janney. And a classic by Cam Neely after a great body check. Daigneault clears in. Back with Raymond Bourque. The Canadiens change up, put a checking line out there. The Carbonneau line. Carbonneau almost intercepted on Bourque. Neely gets it away to Wesley. Wesley over the line. The shot wide. Prop trying to keep it in. Lost it. Janney does keep it in, and now it's cleared away by the Canadiens. Wesley with it. Bourque. Going for him was Chelios. Didn't quite get him, but boy, he was ready to line Ray Bourque up. Bourque just spotted him. Neely starts it back with Bourque. 3-3 the score. 6:20 left, second period. Janney. Quick pass. Over the line. Neely 2-on-1. Neely in shot. Save. Beautiful quick play. Janney to Prop to Neely. And Rawat made the stop.
There's what we were talking about. He didn't know whether to go down and spread him or not. Neely had to go up with a diving defenseman. Sort of rattled him a little bit. Prop's got a bouncing puck, calms it, slides it over to Neely. Roy, top of the crease, shuffling his legs back. Neely went blocker. He just got a blocker on it. Nice save by Roy.
Wow, what talent. What an awesome talent.
28 and 17, 28 goals, 17 assists for Cam Neely. He takes the face-off. This line has performed superbly for Boston. Janney, Neely, Prop in a 3-3 game where the Bruins have lost. Alan Peterson kicked out, high stick. Dave Poulin, shoulder injury. The draw back for Daigneault. Around the boards, Lemieux. Broken up by Neely. Kept in by Prop. Prop knocked down from behind on the boards. Took a heavy hit there. Slow to get up. Brian Prop.
Daigneault knew it too, Fred. He was trying to look for someplace to hide as Cam Neely skated over. He thought Neely was going to retaliate. Cam was just coming over to ask Ron Hogarth, Ronnie, you're standing right there. How could you not call that one?
Oh, boy. Right there. Neely's got his head down, gets stripped a little bit. Prop curls.
What's that?
That is board checking. I don't know.
Boy.
Daigneault with it. Just under 6 minutes left in the second period. 3-3 the score. 3 times the Bruins have come from behind. Dom Sweeney trying to come out. Not much room on the boards. Dufresne to Daigneault. And the clear in. Around the boards. Kept in now. Left point Walder shot is deflected wide. Out comes Prop. Intercepted by Smith. Smith, broken up by Don Sweeney. Gets it to Janney. He's onside. He's over the line. Looking for Neely. Couldn't get it to him in front. It was blocked. Kept in by Neely now. Looking for Prop. And it's cleared away. Back for it, Wesley and Lemieux. Oh, there's the extra hit by Lemieux. But not hard enough. And 5:11 left. Icing against Montreal.
Rod isn't going to send them both, is he?
He's not going to send anybody.
No, I think he is.
No, he ain't.
He went over there and gave 2 thumbs.
Well, it was gentle enough, but it was after the whistle and after he had lost the race for the puck on icing.
The word on Dave Pohl that he was hit on the right side of the neck, and he stretched the nerves in his shoulder on that right side. No indication as to how long he's gone, but that does not sound like it's a one-day deal. Let's hope that it is.
You know how
thing that just 24 hours will help.
Anyone who's ever like turned quick,
Yeah,
and then
you get
like
that
a
burn.
shocking nerve goes down your arm.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it's something that recovers. It bounces back quick. Ice and treatment. See what happens.
For the Canadiens, McPhee, Richer, and Corson, their goal scorers. For Boston, Prop, Neely, and Carter. Face off now to the left of Roy. Shots are even, 17 apiece. Carpenter out there with Christian and Carter. Bourque and Galley. The draw deep for Svoboda. Works it up and out with help from Richer. Richer over the line, drop pass. Shot, beautiful save there on the shot by Corson. Into Corson from Richer, puts it in front, taken down. Carter able to clear it out. Heavy pressure by this line set up by Richer and by Corson. Beautiful stop on Corson. Richer comes away again over the line. Hit by Galley. Not cleared out. Desjardins pass blocked. Bruins trying to break. Overskated. Scruton gets it. This would be the big line for the Canadiens, and they have been in this game. In scoring, Desjardins back. Long shot, right pad save, a tricky hopper. Cleared around the boards and out by Boston. 4:20 left in the second period. The teams have been alternating, putting pressure at one end or the other. Here comes McPhee, Bob Sweeney checking him. He works it in, and Moog makes the stop. The net dislodged. And talk about strength. McPhee had it there for a scoring bid, and Moog the save.
Hey, tune in to NESN Tuesday night at 10:30 as our coverage of college baseball 90 continues with the Arkansas Razorbacks taking to the field against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. NESN keeps you up on all the top teams in the nation as they go head-to-head on their way to the College World Series. If you love baseball, stay with NESN, where you'll see the very best Tuesday night at 10:30. Boy, Mike McPhee. He looks like Jean Beliveau when he comes into this building, Derek. He just plays above the norm that he normally plays.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in the Beliveau category, but
well, you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
I mean, elsewhere he's Mike McPhee. He comes in here and he might as well be
he's very
Andre
tough
Richard.
on the puck. He hangs there, fights. Good focus on the puck. When he drives to the net, you got your hands full.
Was there any team when you played that you just seemed to play better against than any other team?
Yeah, you tend to like when you're focused, building a nice.
Ludwig, a shot. Saved by Moog, and it knocked him down. It had that steam on it. Wesley forced to clear it out. Tipped up by Byers into the Montreal zone, and Wesley was rattled by a Ewan hit. Slow to get up, Wesley. And the Canadiens are going to do that. What they're going to do, and they have been doing, is really tagging the Bruins with some solid body checks. A player like Ewan, for instance, who keeps the puck in now, and he really belted Wesley. And they figure the long series, that will pay off. But it is part of the game. Byers needs to do some hitting, but Keane over the line on Beers. Broken up into the corner. Ewan, Wesley, and it's tied up for a face-off to the right of Andy Moog. 3:18 left in the second period, and the Canadiens now are up to 21 shots, 17 for Boston, and it's tied at 3.
Well, you mentioned Lyndon Byers, Fred. He's been getting around very effectively, but he hasn't really been a force tonight. He does need to throw his weight around when he's out there.
Very difficult for Byers. There's a little turnaround. He caught more.
Oh, the stick in the face.
Oh, that was Ewan. That wasn't a hit.
That wasn't a hit. Stick in the face, no call. Ron Hogarth can't catch them all. But Lyndon Byers on the bench a lot, and you don't get to see ice for 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes in a row.
This will be Brett Gilchrist that he straightens
Stands up Chris Gilchrist here.
Canadians keep it in, and a save by Andy Mogan. The shot by Courtnall. Neely forced to clear it out. Pressure by Montreal with 3 minutes left here in the second period. McPhee keeps it in. Behind the net, Don Sweeney striding out with Kropp. Again, he's forced to clear it out. Daniel, Courtnall broken up. Galley in the center ice. Stolen by Neely, can't capitalize on it. Christian is at center with Neely and Kropp. Not Janney now. Bruins take down a man, and Christian starts it away to Kropp. Kropp drops it for Don Sweeney over the line. Going deep. Going on Daniel. Puts it in front. Neely can't get the shot away as he's knocked down. Puck back in the center ice, and back to cover is Brian Propp. Well, they try to set up Neely in front. Beers clears it over the line. It is stopped by Dufresne. 2:20 left in the second period. This will be icing. And Beers back for it. And a face-off in the Montreal end. And generally, the teams have alternated and putting pressure on at one end or the other, sustaining it for a while, and John Carter tied it up on a great rush out by Ray Bourque.
Cam Neely all alone in front there. Nice little move by Don Sweeney. He goes wide. He looks, he waits. Now he knows he's got Neely out there. Nice sliding pass. No interference from Patrick Roy. There's tripping. You got McPhee just stuck his knee behind Neely's. No call.
And a face-off now to the right of Roy. Neely is out there with Carter and Janney, Wesley and Beers. Neely on the draw with Bob Smith. 3-3. Back for Desjardins. Svoboda. Oh, and a hit. Another one. Cam Neely rattled him. Then Neely was knocked down, and back comes Lemieux. Lemieux fires it in. Neely, another hit on Svoboda. Wesley, Smith, Beers in the corner. Chopped away, but not out. Svoboda rattles it back in. Moe fires it around the boards. John Carter trying to come out. Checked by Walter. Marvelous defensive player. And Smith with it. Pass across for Svoboda. Drop pass taken by Carter to Janney. Janney breaks, coming on Desjardins with Carter. Cross the line looking for help. Leaves it for Neely. Neely leaves it off for Wesley. The pass in is blocked. That was Galley. Galley's pass back blocked as the Bruins broke nicely. Here comes Lemieux. Over the line, the shot wide. Into the back of the net. Bourque and Lemieux going at it. And if Lemieux can take Bourque out, he'll get a star in the helmet from Pat Burns, the coach. As that, you have to pin it on Hogarth. He's got to look for the puck there. Moog made the signal that's into the net. He's not going on Moog's signal. But then that created all the hassle. The puck was lodged in the back of the net at the side, and Hogarth took a long time before the whistle.
Watch Cam Neely going to line up Peter Svoboda. He wants a little slide move here. He thinks he's going to drag it by Neely. Big mistake. Poof. Neely just fell down after hitting him.
And a hassle now, and 1:16 left in the period. Bourque may be out. This is a time when you want Raymond Bourque in a 3-3 game, and 1:16 left. And Carter is out. Lemieux will be going for one, and who else?
Corson, maybe?
No, not Corson.
No.
Desjardins.
the 20-year-old rookie defenseman going out. And of course, they're playing without Matthew Schneider again. And we talked about him, the young man from Woonsocket.
He's a player,
standout with Chelios missing 21 regular season games.
The opportunity Matt Snyder had, took it, used it to his best advantage. Here's Bourque Lemieux going at it. Ray very rarely loses his temper, but he wants Lemieux there.
If the linesman who could see the play, that the puck is lodged in there, could put his hand up so
should have blown the
Hogarth
whistle.
would blow
the whole
the whistle,
thing should have died right there.
You would prevent this. The game is ferocious enough anyway, with tremendous hitting. And looks like Desjardins, it is Desjardins and Lemieux, Carter and Bourque.
Eric Desjardins, Boston penalty number 30.
And the face-off inside the Boston line.
2 minutes each.
A very warm evening at Boston Garden, game number 2 of the series. And the Canadiens with 22 shots to Boston's 17. As we said, they've kind of alternated in flurries, and the last one, the Corson, Skrudland, and Richer line really put the pressure on against Boston, and they've accounted for 2 of the goals. Carter and Bourque, Lemieux, Desjardins. And Pat Burns going with that Skrudland line. Corson and Richer. Bobby Gould for Boston. Gets the draw. Galley intercepted. Skrudland. Pass over the line. Blocked by Wesley. Wesley away to Gould. Gould fires it in. Carpenter's playing left wing. In deep, pressing the play. Bob Sweeney trying to keep it in. Richer forced to jam it out. Wrapped back in. A minute left in the period. Roy fell down near the net. I don't know what he was doing. Nobody near him. Nobody. And over the line, Chelios trying to keep it in. Does to Richer. Knocked away by Moe. Goes on top of the net where he covers it. And again, heavy action around the net as Richer was trying to set that one up. Caught by Moe and seemed to tie it up on the top of the net. And then everybody barging around with 42 seconds left. Mike Milbury using a line of Gould, Carpenter, and Bob Sweeney.
It's kind of a flutter shot. There's what I mean with the Canadiens, staying with the puck. Just getting a stick on it somehow. Gets poked through. Galley comes around, does a little poke check, but now he should have went for the long sweep at it. Then there's a flutter shot. Moe gets the trap run and goes on top of the net. Gets a glove on it. There's the slash on top. Moe holds it.
Richer here. Galley just got a piece of it, as did Moe.
There's Richer turned the stick over.
Boy,
that
you
could break the back of a hand. Sneaky little shot that was.
I was reminded that happened 2 years ago. Michael Telvin on Richer broke his hand, didn't get a penalty. I got a letter from Woonsocket who said, "You didn't recall that when you talked about Dufresne and Janney." I mean, I don't go back 2 years. It's tonight's game.
And you got Dufresne on Wesley.
Ludwig, a shot blocked by Propp. Away to Neely. Neely over the line, drops it for Christian. He's broken up before he gets the shot away. And out comes Carbonell. Pass on the right for Richer. For Chelios, rather. Forced deep. Behind the net. Trying to put it in front. He turns it all the way around and keeps it in. And behind the net, taken by the Canadiens. They can't put it in front. Galley traps it in his pads. Make sure he contains it. And the Canadiens have scored their 3 goals, which say within a range of 15 feet. They are able to put tremendous pressure on, particularly that Skrudland line. But this was Carbonell with Chelios creating the attack in the final seconds of the second period. Bruins battling back 3 times in the game to tie it up after the Canadiens took the lead. McPhee 1-0. Propp tied it. Richer 2-1. Neely tied it. Corson 3-2. And John Carter tied it. Total shots 23 Montreal, 17 for Boston. A depleted Boston bench. Alan Peterson kicked out of the game. High stick, first period, very early. And Dave Poulin a shoulder injury. Skrudland on the faceoff with Christian to the right of Moe. False start. 1 second went by. Neely is out there. What a tremendous game. And he's put in a lot of ice time. He's there with Carpenter. Christian at center. Ludwig has moved up. Puck down and knocked away from Richer.
Great move there by Gary Galley. Pounce on that puck.
How about do it in the period? 8 seconds left. The Canadiens start from their end. Trying to connect with Skrudland. Rides into the corner. That'll do it. That was kind of a hoping play by Montreal. A long pass up. Skrudland tapped it into the corner, but time ran out. And at the end of 2 periods of play, Montreal 23 shots, Boston 17. It is Boston 3, Montreal 3. Intermission highlights in a moment.
All right, Tommy, thank you. 20 minutes of hockey in regulation. I mean, this may sound as an understatement, Derek, but the Bruins have been playing catch-up all night long. I think it's vital they get the next goal. They come back each time, but how many times in playoff hockey against Montreal that a goaltender like Roy can you keep coming back? I think it's most important for Boston to be the one to score the next goal.
Well, it's definitely would be nice. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but let's get Stanley dudes. It's something that the Bruins, that trend changes. It's,
exactly.
yeah, things then.
I mean, they will have put together 2 goals. Montreal, for the first time tonight, will have to play catch-up.
Got to say hello to Mike Tenney on his birthday. Al Nelson. Hello to Mary Beth and Jenny from Dan Davis and McGoldrick. And a happy birthday to Nancy Rennie. Good.
For Boston, Bob Sweeney out there with Burridge and Gould. And for the Canadiens, Skrudland, Corson, Richer. They've been the combination throughout the series. Playing their best now. Ludwig wraps it in. 3-3 to score, just underway. Skrudland broken up by Burridge. Burridge broken up in turn, kept in by Richer, and he's broken up. And out now comes Gould with Burridge. Gould over the line, going deep, hit by Ludwig. Ooh, a painful hit there. Ludwig, a tough guy out of the University of North Dakota and a veteran. Lead now for Richer. Richer onside, just checked from behind by Galley. And the follow-up by Ludwig, able to keep it in.
Stephane Richer went in hard in the boards with his ankle.
Can't put weight on it.
Can't get up. I hope he's all right. He went in awful hard.
Could you say that with a little more sincerity?
Yeah, really.
Would you repeat that line again, Derek?
I don't want to. I hope he's all right.
I hope he's all right.
Oh, that's where the accent goes on that word. No, it's unfortunate. He was driving to the net. Gary Galley goes. Great play to get in there. Good outside speed on Richer. Galley goes for the puck.
Didn't get it either.
Does not get it.
No, I'm
There's the
surprised
left
there wasn't
leg
a call.
and the knee. I don't know.
I am surprised that there wasn't a call.
Right there, desperation. Now that is tripping.
No, that left leg.
Couldn't get that left leg curled up in time.
He has had a standout season for the Montreal Canadiens, Stephane Richer, and in the playoffs has scored a goal. He had 5 against Buffalo, was the standout there. A big gun on the line with Shane Corson and with Brian Skrudland. And most teams in the Bruins tonight have to put checkers out against a player like Stephane Richer.
Well, Pat Burns never looks happy, and I would imagine that scowl is a little deeper right now. Bruins are very fortunate not to be short-handed right now.
Well, he's on it. I don't know if it's weight-bearing very well at this point. We said injuries will play such a big part in this series, both teams being equal.
I don't think it is weight-bearing, Derek, because he's putting most of that weight on that right skate.
A little ginger at this
Yeah.
point.
And he will go to the dressing room to be looked at.
Stephane Richer, a 50-goal scorer on his record. And this year with Pat Burns, he's made adjustments to the checking system of Pat Burns rather well. That is playing defensively well and coming through offensively. Last year he had a problem, 25 goals. 2 years ago, 50 goals.
Now Galley's intention is to get the puck. Richer holds it outside, protects from the body, but their legs are not going to stand up to that. Never touch the puck.
Well, what about touching his stick? What's the problem there? He touched his stick
make
first.
Contact with the puck.
Ron Hogarth was back by the Bruin bench, and I'm sure the bodies going down there shielded him from seeing whether Galley got the puck or not, so he couldn't make a call.
The Boston Bruins are missing Dave Poulin since the first period with a shoulder injury. Stephen Richer out of the Montreal lineup now as Portnoy goes to right wing. Bruins work it up to the line. Burridge can't get control of the bouncing puck. Bob Sweeney starting back now. His clear in is blocked. Daigneault, a quick clear out, maybe icing. Bruins had two men going back then, and Wesley there first. Boston 3, Montreal 3. We're in the third period on NESN at the Garden. Now the faceoff coming up now to the left of Roy. Neely on the draw. Gianni and Propp out there. This line is played superbly. Neely and Propp have goals. Gianni 2 assists. 3-3. The draw won by Skudlin. Iced again by Montreal. How about that? Two of them were here. Face off in the Montreal end.
Well, Monday night at 9, be sure to tune in to NESN for the $300,000 WCT Men's World Doubles Championship Tournament. That comes your way from the Moody Coliseum in Dallas, Texas. This is the only tournament in the U.S. to feature the top doubles teams in the world, playing for the largest per-team purse in tennis. Be sure to catch all the action of the WCT Men's World Doubles Championship Monday night at 9 here on NESN.
In this his 8th series game, Stephen Richer with a goal and an assist tonight has 6 goals and 3 assists. He has paced the attack for the Canadiens. The draw won by Neely, but away from Bourque, and Bourque has to chase it now. And Mike McPhee, who scored the first goal of the game, pursues. Don Sweeney looking for Neely, blocked out to center ice, and a break now by Propp. Propp, one man back, trying to cut in, and he's stopped. On the play, the follow up by Neely to keep it in. Neely puts it in front. Propp all down. Can't get control near the crease, and Chelios breaks it out. Chelios clearing in, taken down by Bourque. Moved around for Neely. Neely hit by McPhee. Bourque able to clear it by Ludwig. Carbonneau winding up with Chelios. Ludwig now a clear in. Ray Bourque there. McPhee after him again. It's up to center ice. And breaking now is Propp with Neely. 2-on-2. Propp looking for Neely, but they're too close together to make a combination play. And Ludwig digs it out for McPhee. Checked immediately by Bob Beers. Beers battling for it at center ice. McPhee clears it up. Christian covers behind Beers. Moves it to center ice and breaking. John Carter over the line. Fires! Save! Roy! John Carter, who tied it at 3. Blazes one from the right wing.
Now Patrick Roy has been beaten up upstairs by Carter once. Was not going to go down. He comes out, takes the angle away. I think he reads Carter properly. He's going upstairs, not 5-hole. Would have been wide anyway. Patrick made it look good.
With Dave Poulin out of the lineup on an injured shoulder, Christian has moved to center. Carpenter on the left, Carter on the right, with Bob Beers and Glenn Wesley. The draw to Svoboda. The clear out by Svoboda. Beers back to Wesley. Can't set Carter. Carter is playing right wing. Of course, a left-hand shot. Svoboda starts it out. Cleared in now by Desjardins. Move, gets it around. And Carpenter, the left winger, clears it out. Carter can't get it. Christian over the line. Christian trying to cut in. He's broken up, and it's cleared away by Svoboda. Beers to Carpenter to Christian. Cutting in 4 Canadiens after him, trying to get free. Stick handle broken up on the play.
Montreal's just waiting for one chance.
Smith over the line. Smith, a backhander. Short side save. Save again. Save again. On a drive in by Mike Keane. As Smith put it in front. 2 saves by Andy Moog. 3-3 the score. Third period on NESN at the Garden.
Claude Lemieux, I think Derek was hoping that Andy Moog would relax after this first stop.
99% of the times you do. Claude Lemieux, tenacious, stays with it. Andy has to quick double shuffle his feet. A little soft shoe there to keep it out.
Skrudland on the draw. Christian wins it for Galley. Galley in the center ice to Burridge, breaking with Bob Sweeney. Crisscrossing. Burridge over the line. The shot deflected high by Dufresne. Gilchrist now to around the boards, or rather Daniel around the boards. Puck bounces out to center ice to Corson. Corson clears it in. Courtnall has replaced Boucher at right wing on this line. Galley, the long clear out. Daniel check. That Burridge can't set up a play with Gould. Gould gets it now. The shot is wide as he had one from 40 feet. Bob Sweeney in the corner, digging for it, trying to make the play. Checked on the boards. Gets away. Comes off the corner and can't get the shot away. Broke it up. And back comes Corson now with Courtnall. Bork a hit on Courtnall. Corson in deep, loses to Bork. Bork up the board softly for Gould. Gould checked by Courtnall. Now gets it to Bob Sweeney. The clear out. Boston wants a line change, and it's an offside pass for Montreal, so they can get the change. 15:43 left here in period number 3. 3-3 the score.
Randy Bird trying to shake out the cobwebs. I thought Donald Dufresne came in with an elbow to the head, Derek. Awfully high. Watch this.
That's what Bird just
Boom, there's the elbow right there. That wasn't the helmet he caught the elbow on. That was the right side of the face. Same Donald Dufresne who came in late, high on Craig Janney in Montreal to separate his shoulder. Look at this. Burridge is furious with the Montreal bench, especially Dufresne.
Here's the hit. Bork kind of returning the favor. Russ Courtnall said, whoa.
Now, Ron Hogarth hasn't called anything this period, and there have been some cheapies.
That's the trend, and we've seen that throughout the playoffs.
Montreal with 26 shots. Boston 18. We're tied at 3. Third period. 15:41 left in regulation. Chelios works it in with Keane. McPhee hustles in. Moog around for Prop. Now, Bruins trying to start it out. Don Sweeney. Way to Janney. Janney looking for Neely. Bounces over the line. On the boards. Neely check. Janney follows up. Beers keeps it in. In deep for Janney. Janney can't center it. Hit by Chelios. McPhee gets it around to Keane. Canadians. Keane coming out. Off for Ludwig. Back for Keane. Rolls it in wide. Bob Beers there. Dropped it off for Don Sweeney. Kept in by Chelios, though, and he fires one, deflected wide. Beers going for it. Oh, he's hit. But took the hit from 2 Canadians. Canadians have done a lot of that, sandwiching. Rushing Don Sweeney over the line. Hit by Carbonneau as he drives it in, and Mike Milbury makes a change. 3-3 the score, third period. Icing maybe. Oh, they wave it off. Moog gets it up to Bork. Bork out for Carter, a right winger. He's played everywhere for Boston. Carpenter rolls it in. Svoboda there. Chased by Christian. Checked by Christian. Carter goes in the corner, battling for it. Carter trying to get a handle to it. Still battling. Comes off the corner with it. Stops, cuts away from Svoboda. John Carter. Broken up now. Svoboda clears it up to Gilchrist. Canadians break. 3-on-2. At the play broken up by Wesley for Carpenter. Carpenter over the line. Shot missed, short side, plenty on that one. Carter holds it in, and this got to be a tied group. Carpenter is hauled down on the play. And the Canadians, Bob Smith coming out. Gets it up on the right. Over the line is Gilchrist. Lemieux trying to cut in. Taken down by Wesley. A pile-up in the corner, and a face-off called. Warm night here at the Garden. 13:42 left. Third period. 3-3 the score on NESN at the Garden.
This game growing increasingly chippy and cheap.
Here's Beers getting a double hit from Keane and McPhee.
Skrudland out now with Corson and Courtnall. Daigneault and Dufresne. 3-3 the score. Ray Bork. Christian, they tip it out all the way down to Roy.
Winding up is J.J. Daigneault. 13:29 left in the third period.
Got to pick up Courtnall.
Courtnall ran out of skating room. Stopped on the pass by Galley. Galley up for Byers. Hit from behind by Skrudland. Well, let's see what this action is.
I don't know how he could give them both penalties. That looked like a cross-check by Byers after Skrudland tried to line him up. And they're both good to go. Skrudland definitely tried to line up Lyndon Byers, and Lyndon saw him out of the corner of his eye and just kind of stepped aside. Here it comes.
Skrudland could get charging. There's the punch. That's
Well,
what
he got him across the back of the head, but I don't think Hogarth saw that, Derek. He had his back turned then. He was trying to get out of the way of the collision.
And a little peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Charging.
Like in the back of his head.
Penalty number 34. Lyndon Byers, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time the penalty, 6 minutes.
Yeah, the arm wasn't up. The arm wasn't up.
Well, he was turning. No, he was turning. No, he wasn't going to get it up that quick.
Byers cross-checking, Skrudland for charging, 6:45. Sally Quinlan, who is retired from the LPGA Tour, going to have that charity tournament again. Blue Rock, Bob Miller, the pro there, is in charge. But August 6th, bringing down 16 members from the LPGA Tour, including Pat Bradley. Steal by Neely over the line. Broken up by Daigneault. Neely has played a terrific game with his body checking, goal scoring, playmaking. Dufresne clears it in. Back is Raymond Bourque, who set up the Carter tying goal. Away in the center ice to Janney. Janney checked by Keane. One hands it off into the corner. Prop going for it. Chelios checks him. Neely barges in, and Chelios comes out with it. 4 Canadians moving on the attack. And behind the play, Neely ready to go with McPhee. They are separated. Ron Finn, who's 49 years young, and the veteran, he's officiated more games as a linesman than anybody else. And,
that was a little bit.
I wouldn't step in there.
That was a break for the. No, I wouldn't be too proud of stepping in those two. But that was a break for the Bruins there. Canadians are coming out 4-on-2 when that altercation took place. Here it pops loose. Neely's in too deep. He knocks Prop off the puck, and Chelios comes out with it. Now they're in deep. Now there's a little left cuff there by Neely.
Well, that's great work by the linesman. Step in there. No need to have those two toe-to-toe and have Neely cut a hand or something. And
June 22nd, there's going to be a golf tournament too around Hill. Penguin Invitational will be a fun one at the Cape.
Teams are at full strength. John Bice is at right wing now. Rookie out of the University of Wisconsin. He's on with Janney and Prop. Icing on this.
We've seen a lot of icing. It would be nice if the Bruins could start winning a majority of the faceoffs, Derek.
I think that's what it's got to boil down to. You got to start winning the draws, get possession, especially in Montreal's end of the building.
Who's going to take it? Janney will have to take it.
Well, Bice
Not
was
that
a
he is the
centerman in
worst.
Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. John Bice was a centerman, but mostly a right winger at the University of Wisconsin. But that's academic. Change up by Mike Milbury. Bob Sweeney with Gould on the right, Burridge on the left, Bob Beers and Glenn Wesley. 12:24 left, third period, 3-3. Carbonneau, Bob Sweeney. Carbonneau wins it for Chelios. Norris Trophy winner, defenseman starting out with Ludwig. Pass stop. Bob Sweeney gets it. Lead for Burridge. He's broken up from behind. Comes back and gets it. Away from Lemieux to Gould. Gould in deep. Checked by Ludwig. Jammed up. Whistle. Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, Fred, only one other game going on tonight. That, of course, the Patrick Division Finals. And look at this in the second period. The Washington Capitals leading the Rangers at Madison Square 2-1. Ridley and Druce, the goal scorers for Washington. Kelly Kissio has the Ranger goal. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser.
And the face-off now to the right of Patrick Roy. 26 shots for the Canadiens, and for Boston, 18.
Stefan Richer is back on the bench, probably got taped.
That means 1 shot for Boston in the third period and 3 for Montreal. On the draw, it goes to Burridge. Back for Beers. Beers' shot picked off by Roy in a screen as Bob Sweeney cut in front.
Good wrist shot, accurate wrist shot. Bob Sweeney doing a good job of getting out in front of Patrick Roy. There it is.
Nice little release here. Didn't waste any time.
Would have been wide, but right idea. Get a little traffic out in front of Roy.
Well, when it comes at that speed, it's a lot easier to tip. Bob Sweeney takes a swipe at it. Just no luck.
And a face-off now to the left of Roy. Bob Smith against Bob Sweeney. Burridge and Gould, the diggers, on the wings. Wesley in a conference with Beers. And a false start. Bruins almost had control of that. Went to Gould, and he's trying to get it back to Beers. A warm night at the Garden, or game number 2. Draw to Svoboda. Chased by Gould. Pinched off on the play and hit by Burridge. Play broken up, covered again by the Canadiens. Lemieux gets it over the line, but hands it to Bob Sweeney. He's back on defense as a third man. He's back over the line looking for Burridge. Bob Sweeney knocked down by Svoboda. Battle on the boards. Burridge right in under it, and a face-off call. Outside the line, says Ron Hogarth. 3-3 the score. Third period. The Garden on NESN.
Stefan Richer testing out that left ankle or knee. It appeared to be the ankle.
Put in, got a little tape on it. It's going to take a while to get his foot used to it. Whether he's going to be strong enough to put any speed on it or fight somebody off remains to be seen.
Boston has come back 3 times in the game to tie it. It stands at 3-3. McPhee then Propp tied it. Richer then Neely tied it. Corson then Carter tied it. Richer works it out. Gilchrist over the line. Broken up by Bourque. Clears it out with it. Carpenter with Christian. Firing in. Roy locks it for Dufresne. Dufresne clears it out. And could be icing. Ray Bourque is back, and the Canadiens have not hesitated to ice it. You can understand their situation. They can't afford to lose this game 4-3 and then go 0-2. Well, they can't afford it, but
Yeah, it'd be a tough spot for them to be in. But Montreal, I think, pretty confident on the draws. They win those face-offs. It doesn't matter if you ice it or not. You can ice it all night when you can win the face-offs.
Well, Skrudlin has come out to take this draw.
Dave Christian for Boston. Carter and Carpenter on the wings. Don Sweeney and Ray Bourque.
See Skrudlin. Now Skrudlin's got the body already in there. He's in motion. He's supposed to put his stick down first.
Wins it cleanly for Don Sweeney. Holds, shoots down, save, Roy. No rebound as Carpenter goes banging in and Dufresne after him. Good clean win. Dave Christian on the faceoff for Don Sweeney. And what the Bruins wanted, of course, is a rebound, and Carpenter and Dufresne are going out.
There's Christian, plays the stick. Now it's back behind Sweeney. Tees it up. There's would have been the time to shoot it, but Roy didn't see him. Then he waited, everybody cleared away so Roy could see it.
Bobby Carpenter and Donald Dufresne both going out, probably for high sticking. There's Carpenter. High sticking is the call right there. As Bobby Carpenter tried to get in and crowd Patrick Roy.
A lot of matching penalties. Ooh, that puck bounced in just off the side of the net after the faceoff. The Canadiens work it out, and Ray Bourque stops it. Pass up now to Carter. Wheels it in. He's on with Janney and Christian. Neely is still in the penalty box.
matching penalty. And McPhee. Out comes Skrudland. Skrudland drops it for a shot by Corson that's deflected wide, and Moog hits the net. Penalty Montreal as Moog was hit, and Skrudland going out. I believe. Boy, he puts on an awful act after he's penalized. Every time it is the "what did I do" type of thing, and well, that's fine, but I mean, over. Kind of an act.
Yeah, it is. He ran now. What he is now, he's pouting. We run the goaltender over.
2 minutes for interference. And the count is 9 minutes, 33 seconds.
Well, he put the hip on him. It didn't appear to bump him that hard. I think Andy helped the call out a little bit.
Kind of an accident, but that's the way it goes. No accident?
That's showbiz. He gave him a little nudge.
That's his 4th penalty tonight.
Pat Burns has taken more than a few glances over in the Montreal penalty box. Pat, how happy is Pat Burns right now?
And Skrudland was involved when Al Peterson high-sticked him, caught him, and was kicked out of the game early in the game. Bruins go on a power play with 10:27 left, 3rd period. 3-3 the score. Neely out there with Janney and Propp, Wesley and Bourque. Carbonneau and Keane.
Cam Neely should.
Gilbert says the penalty should be outside since Skrudland forced the whistle. And he's right.
He's right. It wasn't there, though, but Wesley gets it. And the Bruins get it in the Canadian zone. Going for it, Janney. Janney to Propp. Around the corner for Neely. Neely flipping it back. Wesley kept it in, lost it. And breaking out is Keane. Wesley pulls him down. No call. Back comes Bourque. Janney, 3-on-2. Off for Janney. Behind him. Janney for Wesley. Trying to keep it in. Broken up by Carbonneau. Well, Keane almost broke away and was pulled down from behind by Wesley. Carbonneau trying to clear it out. Deflects into the stands. Had a face-off call. 9:49 left, 3rd period, 1:23 left, and
Pat Burns wanted a call on Wesley, who took down Mike Keane.
Let's see if Mike Keane loses his balance. Right there, he tried to cut in on Wesley.
He was leading.
Right.
but that would be so easy to call.
Oh, sure it would.
Right there, he's already fallen before Wesley makes contact. He didn't have good speed, Keane, at that point on a bouncing puck on a steal. An excellent move, however, try to draw the penalty.
Why not?
Got it at this point.
For Boston, Christian at center with Propp and Neely. Wesley and Bourque. 1:23 left on the power play.
Washington has increased its lead over the New York Rangers to 4-1 now in the 2nd period. Caps would dearly love to go back to the Cap Center with a 1-1 series tied up.
Christian wins the draw, but the Bruins have to go back for it. Galley is on with Bourque. Galley up the middle. Bourque. Bourque over the line for Galley. Neely. Janney comes out with it. Gives it to Bourque. Bourque up for Neely. Off wing side. Back for Wesley. Over to Bourque. Bourque holding. Holding. To Neely. A shot blocked. Propp. Checked. Chelios trying to move it out. Bruins at 3 forwards deep. Neely back to Wesley. Back to Bourque. Over to Wesley. Galley rather. Galley in deep. Galley going behind the net. Is checked on the play, and Keane is able to clear it, but into the stands and a face-off.
Galley hit Ron Hogarth with a backhand pass that was supposed to be going to Craig Janney. Break for Montreal there.
Face-off to the left of Roy. The Bruins without a shot on the power play.
Montreal very aggressive, quickly getting on the puck carrier.
You know, it's interesting, Derek, Fred, that Montreal, rather than setting up in the tight box, they're sending their point man out on Galley, yet backing off into the slot on Bourque. In other words, they're daring Raymond to try to thread a shot through all the legs, yet they're trying to pressure Galley to cough up the puck or get rid of the puck quickly.
30 seconds left on the Boston power play. 8:57 left in the 3rd period. 3-3 the score. Montreal 3 shots in this third period, more than halfway through it, and Boston with 2. Christian is on the faceoff with Janney and Neely, Bourque and Galley. Walter now for Montreal against Christian. Dave Christian has been an excellent faceoff man for the Boston Bruins. Playing most of the regular season as a right wing, but he can play right wing, left wing, center, defense, and maybe goal if you need it. From the U.S. Olympic team, Chelios is arguing something, talking to Hogarth. And the draw goes to Chelios. Walter winning it. Galley able to keep it in. Kicks it up. They set a hand pass to Neely. As Galley blocked it. And
well, that was a good call. Gary Galley wisely did. He held it, he had it in his hands, he knew it, and he shoveled it forward. He waited to get hit. When he was hit, controlled it and shoveled it forward.
No team has scored a power play goal in this game. It is 3-3. McPhee, Richer, Corson from Montreal. And for Boston, Propp, Neely, and Carter. And Craig Janney with 2 assists. Gilchrist, the penalty killer now, with McPhee. Ron Finn over at the Montreal bench, now ready for the faceoff. Janney pokes it over the line, but Ludwig is there. Play called offside, and no, a penalty on Neely.
No, they're both going.
Neely and Chelios both going, not a penalty on Neely. And 19 seconds left on the power play.
Here the puck goes in. Chelios up high, punches Neely right there, top left of your screen. Neely just wrestles him, throws him down.
He throws people around like they're rag dolls.
Yeah. Amazing.
Hey, Chelios has some decent bulk to him. Keane, who he flipped around before, on the smaller side. But Chelios has some size.
Keane gives up a little in size, but Chelios, big boy.
Still a power play for Boston. Christian now joined by Carter and Carpenter. Christian gets it over the line. Now wheels around, back for Galley, across for Bourque. Bourque holding, over to Galley. Galley in, too hard for Carter, couldn't get it. Desjardins drops it around the boards. Gilchrist there, checked by Galley. Gilchrist knocked down. Bruins get it, closing. Shot to save, short side as Carter tried to move in. He has scored a goal. Big bid by John Carter. The penalty is up. Carter in the corner again. Knocked down on the play by Skrudland, who's out of the penalty box. Christian keeps it in. Carpenter for Galley. Shot deflected wide. Desjardins. A quick clear. Doesn't go out. Bourque keeps it in. Christian with Carter, who's lost his helmet. Christian digs for it. Check. Bourque at the point. Kept it in. Cleared it in deep. Roy there. Roy able to clear it up the boards to Skrudland. Force back. Bourque steals again. Galley. Galley for Carter. Carter back for Galley. A shot. Blocked in front. And no rebound for Carpenter, who knocked down Svoboda after making a bid for the rebound that was covered by Roy.
Well, should there be a Game 5, NESN will have your ticket to the action between the Bruins and the Canadiens next Friday night at 7:30. Tom Larson will have Bruins Digest for you at 7. Then at 7:30, it'll be Game 5, if necessary, between the Bruins and the Canadiens right here on NESN. Of course, the only way there would be a Game 5 is if the Bruins sweep. Are you taking any odds on that? An off-balance drive by Gary Galley off the wrong foot.
That hits a skate. Now Svoboda tries Carpenter, upper body strength, loses that battle. Peter was a little too deep to be shoving. There's Carter.
Hey, Svoboda with a pretty good takedown there. If this were WWF.
Oh.
John Carter had a terrific series. Sweeney wins it. Wesley. Wrist shot in. Blocked. Follow-up. Deflected high as the Bruins moved in trying to get it. Bob Sweeney and Burridge there. Deflected into the stands as they cover in front of Patrick Roy. Good pressure by Boston.
Good forehand win on that face-off by Bob Sweeney. Set that up.
The Canadiens with 3 shots in this period, and the Bruins now with 4. Just about what you'd expect. Boston with their 3 goals. They have beaten Patrick Roy high after he said the way to beat Andy Moog is beat him high. Sweeney and Skrudland. Bob Sweeney. Back for Wesley. Wesley cuts in. Moving in deep. Checked down by Dufresne. Burridge in to get it. Behind the net. Trying to get open. Slides it in front, but intercepted, and Corson breaks it out. Corson over the line. Stopped by Beers. Knocked down by Bob Beers. Strong play by the rookie. But he loses now to Skrudland. Skrudland. Richer. Save. Score on the rebound by Richer. Richer back in action. Puts in his own rebound. 4-3 Montreal.
Great stop by Andy Moog on the initial shot, but Richer, as McPhee did earlier, just stayed with the puck.
Another goal crease goal. Bob Beers got it here. Now flip it out. He tries to carry it out. He gets hooked. No call. A dump pass into Richer. The quick save by Moog. Richer does not quit on the rebound. A one-hander.
Beers a good hit there on Corson.
There's the hold. That's what held him up.
Skrudland set it up for Stefan Richer. 12:50. The goal by Richer, his second of the game, assisted by Skrudland. After the Bruins had put out their good pressure and a power play. 7:10 left. Stefan Richer puts in his own rebound, and it is 4-3 Montreal. Bice is out with the Janney and Prop. Now Don Sweeney broken up by Carbonell, brought it back over the line, and Courtnall is offside.
Well, let's take a look at it once again. The Canadiens have done a great job of capitalizing around the net. Beautiful little dump feed for Richer. First one stopped, and look at Richer just reach back and flick it.
That's a goal scorer.
John Bice, the rookie from Wisconsin, is centering this line with Janney out there in prop. Or he's probably playing right wing for Neely, just taking the face-offs. Don Sweeney now for Galley. In the center ice, it is stopped by Desjardins. Svoboda, McPhee. Courtnall, shot, blocked by Moog, a deflected shot there. And hit that post. Back comes Janney, offside pass from Galley.
Courtnall was all set to put the stick up. He thought that had found its way in.
That would have been a backbreaker.
Well, that would have been awfully tough to come back on. Russ Courtnall drilling it. It hit the stick on the way in and hit the post on the way by Andy Moog.
Andy Moog, goal post helped him there, and didn't help him on the other one by Richer, who tapped it in off the post.
Close enough for Russ Courtnall as Don Sweeney got a stick on it, and it was almost in by the Canadiens. Now Neely is out there with Janney and prop. Ray Bourque starts it away in the center ice, knocked away by McPhee. Ray Bourque winding up. McPhee forechecking. Bourque partially broken up. Neely trying to get it. Carbonell breaks it up. Montreal can go into that smothering defense with a lead late in the game. They're doing it with forechecking. Janney now to Bourque to start it out. Courtnall after Bourque. Bourque up for Neely. Now to Bourque. Trying to come out. Tough against Courtnall. Up to Neely. Now in the center ice, Wesley. Play broken up by Carbonell. Janney trying to get free. Off now for Wesley, over the line. Cleared it in. Hustles in. The Bruins are down by 1. Into Ludwig. Ludwig wraps it up. Gets it to Courtnall. Can't chop it out. Kept in by Janney.
Fought for on the boards. Janney back. Bork has to go center ice for it. Checked by Courtnall. And Bruins without a shot on here as the Canadiens guard a 4-3 lead. Stephen Richer's second of the game, making it 4-3.
That's all Montreal's going to do.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, to remind you it makes good sense to drink responsibly. Know when to say when. And by your New England area Century 21 offices, put your trust in #1 Century 21. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield, the best when you need it the most.
The Canadiens are listed with 5 shots. That was 2 of them by Richer. Put in his rebound. Washington leads New York 5-2. And Montreal in front 4-3 here. 5:11 left. Christian moves in. Dufresne trying to come out. Bruins. Carter stopped him. Daigneault on the other side. Able to clear it. Don Sweeney couldn't contain it. This is not icing. Galley back. And Walter forechecking. Lemieux and Smith complete the line. Don Sweeney flips it up. Breaking Carpenter. Shot block. Follow up. Don Sweeney rolls in front. Canadiens break it out. Walter. Pass block. Hits back in the Canadian zone. Deflects to Daigneault though. He puts it in the stands on a face-off to the right of Roy. 4:33 left in the third period. Montreal a total of 28 shots to 21 for Boston in the game, as Montreal outshot Boston in the second period 14-8.
Bobby Carpenter's due to pounce on a loose puck and drill it home. They had a great series against Hartford.
I'll tell you, Montreal is not the hockey club that give up that lead, I don't think, 4 times. You got to work hard. It's going to have to be an individual move by somebody to beat a checker. They're covering their wings real well. The defense is standing up. They're doing nothing fancy. Just getting their stick on the puck and getting it out.
And now Carbonneau on the face-off. It will be to the right of Roy. 4:33 left in the third period.
Neely will probably try Carbonneau on his forehand. Try to get it to Wesley.
Cam Neely adding a new dimension to his talents as he takes the face-offs. Janney with that shoulder injury has passed them up. Mike Mowbray has Neely nearly all the time taking them. And the Canadiens are taking plenty of time and making a change. Chelios was out to say something to Hogarth.
Ron Hogarth pushed him away.
Neely and Carbonneau on the face-off. Carbonneau wins it. And the Canadiens work it around and out. That was Dufresne. Wesley is jammed up, can't get free. Batted back in the Boston zone. Bruins without a shot on Roy after Richer put the Canadiens in front. Janney is stopped solidly by McPhee. Courtnall wheels it over the Boston line. A smothering defense. Back comes Wesley. Wesley falls down. Bork follows up. Bork over the line for Janney. Janney moving in for Bork. Bork going deep in the corner. Puts it in front. Deflected wide as Janney cut in front. Prop pokes it in front. Covered by the Canadiens. A clear out. Breaking out. Courtnall. A backhander and a save by Andy Moe. Good rush by Courtnall. Galley against McPhee. Checked by McPhee. And Bork around the boards looking for Neely. Now to Janney. Janney is broken up by Skrudland. Skrudland hit by Bork. Gold. Around for Galley. Galley. Now to Bork. Intercepted by Corson. Skrudland. Locked. Out comes Janney. Knocked it down. Intercepted by the back checking of Keane. Remarkable defense by the Montreal Canadiens, but not exactly unexpected when they take a lead with about 7:10 left on the Richer goal.
Bruins are forcing the pass. Got to let it happen.
Bice can't combine with Burridge. Dufresne able to clear it out. The Canadiens break 2-on-1. Over the line, Keane. 3-on-1. Svoboda. It is blocked. Bruins trying to come back.
Galley has to wind up. He's on with Beers. 2:40 left. Beers up for Bice. The rookie is over the line. Goes deep. Checked by Svoboda. Puts it in front. Knocked away. A tripping call as a Bruin is dumped in the net. Here's Dufresne trying to start something with the Bice.
They know they're short-handed.
Oh, trying to get maybe a Bruins penalty. 2:32 left. It will be a power play for Boston as Burridge was spilled in the net. For the Canadiens, interference is the call. Out goes Dufresne. Face-off in the Montreal zone. The Bruins, since Richer put Montreal in front, haven't had a shot on Roy.
John Bice trying to go in deep.
Right at the bottom of your screen, Burridge gets dumped.
Not even subtle.
Well, they'd let that go a lot. Dufresne's got a legitimate argument. A lot of that's been going on. Call it now. Your team's up a goal with 2:32 left.
Pat Burns got all over Ron Hogarth at the end of the first period. Ron hasn't done anything to improve Pat's disposition since.
Boston has not had a power play goal, nor have the Canadiens, as McPhee, Richer with 2, and Corson. Richer the go-ahead goal with 7:10 left. There are the power play stats. And we have 2:32 left. Regulation. 4-3 lead for Montreal. Dave Christian out for the faceoff with Prop and Neely, Janney, and Bourque. So there are 4 forwards for Boston. Canadiens. A shot by Neely. Just went wide of the corner as he got it. Kept in by Neely. Neely in deep for Christian. Try to put it in front. Fired by Chelios. Blocked. Blocked again. Rolls to Bourque. Bourque fires in wide of Roy. Rebound. Prop. Prop trying to move it to Janney. But the play was to move it in deeper. Keep the play in. Power play for Boston. Neely over the line. Gains the line. Leaves it for Janney. Janney wraps it back in for Neely. Near the net. Goes behind the net. Back for Bourque. Bourque over to Janney. Playing the right point position. Janney cuts in deep. Gives it back for Bourque. Whole screen of players. Shot! Score by Neely! Neely from Bourque! A power play to tie it at 4!
Can Neely shoot that puck?
Cam Neely, second of the night, and what a play by Janney to keep it in. Fake Carbonneau, give it to Bourque. Bourque to Neely, and he drilled it home.
I have so much admiration for a player that can do that. It was something I never learned to do. Ray Bourque's got it here. This is not a soft pass. Right there, timed it. Cam Neely, Patrick Roy never got the legs closed in. One time.
Cam Neely, his second goal of the night. A power play for Boston. But if you go back to for Janney playing the point, 4 forwards, and he didn't shoot. He drew Carbonneau away, made a great fake, and then put it back to Bourque.
When Carbonneau shaded Bourque, Janney sprung to the inside. Carbonneau had to go back down to Janney. He waited, threw it back through his feet. An excellent play by Janney. Nice pass by Bourque. Tremendous shot by Neely.
Cam Neely.
1:49 left. Third period, 4-4. Lemieux over the line, blocked by Bourque. Carpenter now to Wesley. Wesley to clear him. Svoboda back for it. Svoboda starts out. Up the middle, handed it to Bourque. Bourque back for Carpenter. Carpenter check, gets it again. Gould wraps it in. Dufresne clears it away. Neely from Bourque and Janney. Janney has 3 assists. Gould clears it in. Roy moves it up on the corner. Tipped out in the center ice. Skrudland breaks. Shot deflected
by Don Sweeney. Carpenter back. Break for Boston. Here's Gould over the line. 3 Canadians back. Fires. Bouncing shot deflected wide. Chelios with it. Chelios starts out. 55 seconds left. Third period. 4-4. Chelios overskates it. Now gets it over the line. Corson trying to move in. Puts it in front. Blocked. And out comes Christian. 40 seconds left. 3-on-2. Bork coming up. Over the line. Christian ridden off. The Canadians come back. Carbonneau gets it away for Corson. Corson back for Carbonneau. A shot. A save by Andy Moe. And the Bruins come back. Up and down. 4 Bruins going. Bork getting a return pass. Trying to move in with it. The play called offside. And what action here. Neely. A belt on Lemieux. He just creamed Lemieux, who went after him. Cam Neely with 2 goals and countless numbers of checks, hits, and Lemieux, everybody trying to provoke Cam Neely, take him off his game and out of the game.
Cam Neely's getting very used to it at this point.
And nobody molests Richer.
Nobody.
Nobody in Buffalo molests Housley.
No.
And Cam Neely has to score goals, make plays, handle the face-offs,
keep his temper,
fight.
Keep his temper, fight, hit.
The Canadians have 7 shots. They tested Moog then. The Bruins have 5 shots. Cam Neely tying it up on a power play goal from Craig Janney and Ray Bork.
Here's Corson. There's a punch. And Hogarth let go, and the whistle had blown.
Well, they know they can get away with it, that he gave the Bruins a power play late.
You would have thought that when Dufresne took Burridge. Ron might not have seen it. I think he's called a very good game.
20 seconds left, regulation. Carbonneau fires in. Back is Ray Bork. Starts it out, 10 seconds left. He is broken up. Courtnall. Shot blocked by Andy Moe with 5 seconds left. A tough angle, but he put it on, and Moe came out a mile. Neely knocks down Chelios again. Oh, parted him from his helmet as the period ends. And how much can one man be involved? Cam Neely.
That's why he's an all-star. Probably the best right winger in the world today.
And the applause for the Bruins as Andy Moog on Russ Courtnall with 5 seconds left. Ooh, that's a biggie.
Came out. Had the leg on the drag. Watch the leg. If you get to see Moog's leg, he closes them up quick. There's the stride. It's coming for them.
And so we go to sudden death overtime in game number 2. In regulation, 31 shots Montreal, 22 for Boston. We are tied at 4, and we'll have more in just a minute.
Well, Montreal has led the game 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and 4-3. The Bruins have each time come back to tie it at 1, at 2, at 3, and at 4. We're going into overtime now, tie game 4-4. Dave Shea has the Bruins' Greg Hoggood with him down at the Garden. David?
All right, Tom, Bruins fans mighty happy there's an overtime. A great shot by Cam Neely. And as we're going to the extra session, we get a chance to talk with Greg Hoggood, who not dressing for this game. I know you're disappointed, but even standing here in civvies, you got to get caught up in what's happening right now.
Well, I think it's almost worse sometimes being out of the lineup. There's too many places to pace and too many things to do, and it's pretty intense in the dressing room there with the guys that aren't playing. I'd sure rather be on the bench.
You know, the headlines this morning in the Boston Herald or the Boston Globe, I can't remember which, Hab Stiff Moog. There was a lot of criticism that Andy got the shutout but was lucky in getting it, and that he could be beaten. Do you guys take a look at clippings like that and make a big deal of it, or is it just a passing thing?
Well, I think that the guys did take notice to that, and you know, a lot of times when a goalie does get a shutout, there's a lot of luck involved, and I'm sure you know, they take it any night. You know, there was a few goalposts and things, but you're having a good game and things are going your way, that's going to happen. And you know, like you mentioned, they said to shoot high on Andy, and that he didn't have such a good game, and he was fluky to get a shutout. But you know, we still ended up winning the game, and you know, I think they've tried that tonight, and Andy's you know, made some big stops up there.
I wonder if Patrick Roy, when he commented about how to go about beating Andy Moog, wasn't doing a self-evaluation if he doesn't fear being beaten high, as he was for the first 3 goals tonight, and that may have prevented him from going down the way he'd like to on Neely's tying goal.
Well, we you know, we kind of had a look at some clips from the Buffalo series, and on a lot of shots he seemed to be going down before they were even taken. You know, especially from the point when he couldn't really see what was happening, that he would be going down before, and they were beating him upstairs. So we were concentrating on that a little bit, and you know, a lot of times when he does flop down there, the 5 holes there for a split second before he does hit the ice, and Cam seemed to find it on the one-timer.
You know, looking at Game 6 in the Hartford series that went to overtime, Boston came out without Neely, without Bork, and they were able to put the pressure and get the best scoring opportunities of that overtime until, of course, Kevin Dineen tipped it in. What is the psychology, Greg, involved for, say, Boston coming out tonight with a 1-0 lead in games going into overtime as compared to the Canadiens, who are thinking they don't want to go down 2-0 going home?
Well, I think that you know, Montreal probably coming in here, their game plan was to steal the game and get the home ice, and you know, I think you know, they're going to do whatever it takes. Comparing the two teams, they'll probably take the little bit more of a chance because they do have, you know, like you said, we have a 1-game cushion, and I think the guys, by no means do we want to sit back and let them take it to us, but we don't want to be foolish, and you know, the percentage has to be there for you to take the chance. And I think Mike right now will be in the dressing room telling the guys to not change the game, keep forechecking, and keep getting on them. And like you say, in Hartford, we did have a majority of the play, and they get a fluky bounce, but you know, usually when the team sits back and just hopes for a break, it's when the other team's putting a lot of pressure on it. It's when they get the goal.
All right, Greg, thanks for coming on tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back in uniform soon.
Thank you.
Greg Hoggood, our guest, Tommy.
All right, David, some overtime numbers that you might find interesting. Boston-Montreal in overtime in the playoffs since 1931. 23 games have gone to the extra session. The Bruins have won 7. They have lost 16 and have beaten the Montreal Canadiens in overtime only twice since 1946. We're back. Check highlights of the game so far in a moment on NESN.
Fed in. Behind the net, Marcotte. In front, O'Reilly scores! Tony O'Reilly from Don Marcotte. The Bruins win in the second sudden death overtime with 9. It's the middle, breaking in alone. Oh, Rick Middleton on a backhander. Over the line. Here comes Carter in alone. Shot hit the post. Score, Jenny! Jenny ties the game. A rebound of the Carter shot. It is 3-3.
And a little more overtime information. Boston-Montreal playoffs, courtesy of NESN statistician Paul Carroll. The last Bruins overtime win against the Canadiens happened 11 years ago, May the 3rd, when Jean Rattel scored for the Bruins and they won 4-3. They are 0-2 in overtime since then, losing in '89 and again in '87. In goal, Roy for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. Outstanding in Game 1, although he was beaten by Andy Moog's shutout, and Moog is back again. There would be a few goals scored tonight, though, more than the first game anyway. Matter of fact, Montreal gets their first one on their first shot of the hockey game. It's more like a shuffleboard-style push than it is a shot, but it's in the net for a 1-0 lead for Canadiens. As they would all night, though, the Bruins come back to tie.
Keane, checked by Neely, back for Bork. Bork fires in front. Loose, drop, scores! Brian Puck!
Bork and Janney with the assist on the goal that ties it at 1. The Bruins then lose Al Peterson for the night on one of those high stick calls, and Mike Milbury is extremely displeased about it. But then Montreal loses first Brian Skrudland and then another to a slashing call, although they kill off the penalties, and the game goes to the second period tied at 1. There, Canadiens score in their first shot of the second period. Stéphane Richer. They're up 2-1. Then Cam Neely to tie it, first with the hit, then with the goal.
Now wing to wing to Neely. Neely hit. Gives it to Janney. Janney over the line. For Neely. Shot scores! Cam Neely with a rugged volley chip and a follow-up score from Janney to tie it at 2.
Neely setting up his own goal with a hit along the boards, but the way this one's gone, now we look for Canadiens to score again, and they do. Shane Corson with 5.5 minutes gone in the second period as Montreal goes up again by 1. Bruins turn. John Carter does it.
Lines changing. Bork over the line. Off for Carter. Shot. Scores! John Carter from Raymond Bork, and it's tied at 3.
3-3 hockey game to the third period, and here we go again. Canadiens regain the lead.
Over the line, stopped by Beers. Knocked down by Bob Beers. Strong play by the rookie, but he loses now to Skrudland. Skrudland. Richer. Save. Score on the rebound by Richer.
Montreal has themselves another one-goal lead. It's 4-3. With 2:32 to go, Dufresne to the box gives the Bruins their chance to tie the game for a fourth time.
Tucks in deep. Gives it back for Bork. Whole screen of players. Shot. Score by Neely. Neely from Bork. A power play to tie it at 4.
That with 1 minute and 49 seconds left to play in regulation. Those seconds passed with neither team scoring, and we are headed for overtime for the first time in this series. Of course, the Bruins with a 1-0 lead, and games 3 and 4 will be in Montreal. The Caps and the Rangers are playing the second game in their Patrick Division title series. We'll be back and check the status of that one, too, at Madison Square Garden next on NESN.
Behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr scores, and the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
The Sports Museum salutes 65 years of Boston Bruins hockey with an exhibition of rare Bruins memorabilia. Experience the black and gold, now on display at the Sports Museum, 1175 Soldiers Field Road, Boston, Massachusetts. For information and hours, call 617-78-SPORT.
The New York Rangers took the first game of their series with the Washington Caps back on the same night that the Bruins took the opening victory over the Montreal Canadiens. And the Caps and the Rangers are playing game 2 at Madison Square Garden tonight. They started at 8:30, so it was a late start. And Washington was a 2-1 leader as they went to the second period of play. That went to 3-1 when former Bruin Bob Joyce gets his second goal of the playoffs. That makes it a 3-1 lead for the Washington Caps. Also in the second period, John Druce for Washington gets them up by a score of 4-1. That with only 1 minute 10 gone in the second period. James Patrick for the Rangers gets them back within 2. So it's a 4-2 hockey game, Rangers. Dale Hunter for the Caps gives them a 3-goal lead. This is at 4:53. Flurry of scoring early in that second period. 5-2 Caps to the goal by Hunter. And there's the score and it's 5-3 now. Washington over the New York Rangers. The Rangers lead that series 1-0. And tomorrow night, in the games out west, Chicago and St. Louis are even at a game apiece. They play in St. Louis for game 3 at 7 o'clock. And the series between Edmonton and Los Angeles, with Edmonton leading 2-0, goes to L.A. for the first time. And it is 2-0 Edmonton. Games 3 and 4 will be in Los Angeles. Situation with the Bruins at Boston Garden. They are tied with the Montreal Canadiens at 4 at the end of regulation. Overtime is coming up now. So we go back to Boston Garden for however long it takes for this one to be decided. To Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
Thank you, Tom. We go to sudden death overtime. Brian Skrudland out there. He's turned into a real leader for the Montreal Canadiens. He has 3 assists. For Boston, Craig Janney 3 assists, and Raymond Bork 3 assists. 2 goals by Cam Neely, including a big one on the power play that tied it up at 4-4. Ray Bork looking for Wesley. Gathered away. Ray Bork for Janney. Wesley driven in. Blocked by Chelios. Can't clear it out. Yes, he did. Wesley just knocked it back in with Neely offside. And the faceoff is called outside the Montreal line. Just underway, sudden death, game number 2. Adams Division Finals, the Bruins leading. And in the regulation, 31 shots for Montreal, 22 for Boston. And 4 of them zipped by Patrick Roy. And he does not allow 4 on his history in the league in the playoffs. Bruins beat him high 3 times, and then a drilling shot on the power play. And McPhee over the line. The shot deflected high. Carbonell goes for it. In deep, block, Prop for Janney. Trying to come out. Prop had it, lost it. Janney, Bork gets it. Way to Janney. Janney rushing over the line, penetrating. Janney, shot, save! Solid rush. Kept in now by Bork. Bork a shot. It's wide. Janney taken down in the corner. And Ludwig on top of him, or beside him, in heavy action there. And what a rush by Craig Janney for a testing shot on Roy.
Here's Craig Janney coming up over center ice with a lot of steam, pumping all his legs pretty good. Then he just drags it back, snaps a wrist shot. Patrick Roy down. Right here. Tries to use Ludwig for a screen. Roy makes a leg save.
And the face-off to the right of Roy. Playoff overtime records, Montreal and Boston.
It's absolutely really means nothing now. This is a whole new game.
Dave Christian out there with Carter and Carpenter, Don Sweeney and Ray Bork. First minute of play and a testing shot by Craig Janney. Skrudland against Christian. Cam Neely, 2 goals. Stefan Richer, 2 goals. 4 times the Bruins came from behind. The draw to Chelios. Checked by Carpenter. They battle for it. Skrudland back to help out. Up the boards and out. Don Sweeney going for it. Canadians changing up. Up for Carpenter, can't handle it. Will be icing. One of the rare icings by the Boston Bruins. As a face-off in the Boston end. Mike Milbury looking on. What an outstanding job the rookie coach has done after 2 years with the Maine Mariners. Bruins record versus Montreal in playoff overtime games, 7-16.
Well, we only care about the 7.
Face-off to the left of Andy Moog. For the Canadiens, Richer, Skrudland, and Corson. Richer with 2 goals, Corson with 1. Mike McPhee has 1. That's the Canadiens. 2 by Cam Neely. Brian Propp and John Carter the others. Skrudland and Christian fought for it. Bruins move it back to Bork. Around the boards to Carter. Carter able to get it outside the line. Knocked down on the play. In a heavy collision there.
Richer slash Carter.
Carter's going out.
No, both are, I think.
High stick. Carter is the only signal. A power play for Montreal.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Richer. Good acting job.
Here's Carter.
Watch. Richer comes in with the slash. Right there, reaches back. That's a chop on the ankle. Carter's stick was up to deflect the reach back slash. The 2 of them should have gone for high sticking and slashing. He's just defended himself from the slash.
John Carter out. Power play Montreal in overtime. Ray Bork arguing with Hogarth.
Well, there's
high sticking.
No argument. You got to kill it. That's all there is to it.
And for the Canadiens, Skrudland, Corson, and Richer out there with Svoboda and Chelios. Bruins have 1 power play goal and Montreal 0. Carpenter and Propp now with Wesley and Bork. Chelios drops it in. Svoboda hustles in. Takes a hit from Bork. Corson keeps it in. Hit by Bork. Propp battling. It goes behind the net. Richer, a shot blocked by Moog. Richer came off from behind the net and put that one right on with a forehand one. Would have been a hat trick and it would have been all over. Richer is checked by Bork. Propp able to clear it.
What a great defensive play by Ray Bork.
Bork goes off. And Galley and Don Sweeney on. Chelios is checked. Gets it now over the line for Corson. Looking for Richer. Don Sweeney takes him down. Corson gets it. Corson goes behind the net, puts it in front. And a save by Andy Moog as Corson walked out in front. And Moog coming up big on Richer and Corson here. 1:15 left on Carter's penalty. It is 4-4. We're in sudden death overtime at the Garden.
Andy Moog, far post. He knows the wraparound's coming. Got the stick there. That forces it into his foot, tight on the post. Falls on it, face off.
Plays like that have resulted in the Canadian goals.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
amazingly.
Just
The first three were from all around in close, and
Goal.
Richer's wound up.
Goalmouth scrambles, loose pucks. Nobody taking the puck, just taking the body. The puck is lying there. Somebody's got to golf it out of the way.
Christian drawing with Bob Smith. And it goes right to Chelios, over to Svoboda. Into Smith. Smith creates a lot of room with his great stick handling ability. Gets it across for Chelios. The shot blocked by Andy Moog in the corner. Knocked away. Christian clears it out as he intercepted the pass with great help by Bob Sweeney, who preoccupied two Canadians in the corner. Bob Sweeney stays out there. Wesley and Bourque return. Svoboda back now for Lemieux on Wesley. Goes deep. Puts it in front. Knocked away by Bourque. Bob Sweeney able to clear it out. 40 seconds left on Carter's penalty. Sudden death overtime. We're in the third minute of the sudden death. Svoboda away now to Chelios. Chelios over the line. Block goes to the boards. Bourque gets it. Put it accidentally on Moog, who had to block it. It took a weird deflection in front. Back comes Svoboda. Up now for Walter. Walter has played not too much in this game. And the breakup, and the Bruins started out. Janney coming, short-handed with Don Sweeney. Leaves it for Don Sweeney. He is trapped in deep. The Canadians come back. Janney hustles back. Lemieux taps it in, but they're changing up, and Boston at full strength. Back comes Don Sweeney. Drives it in wide of Roy. 4-4. Daigneault. Dufresne. Carbonneau. Checked on the play. Down goes a Canadian. Bruins keep it in. To Janney behind the net. In front. Shot. Score! The Bruins win it in sudden death overtime. The Bruins win it 5-4 as Janney gets his fourth assist. They lead 2-0.
I don't tell you the truth. I think Gary Galley got it. Coming in on the point. What a great play by Craig Janney to thread that needle. What a pass he made. Gary Galley.
Well, he cut for the net, and Janney gets his fourth assist, and the Bruins win it. Coming from behind, 16-18 left in sudden death overtime. Gary Galley broke for the net, set up by Janney. And penalty killing, a big factor there. The Canadians came storming on the power play. Andy Moog turned them aside.
It gets kept in at the point by Galley, right here. Prop checks him, that's the key. Galley stays with it, keeps it along the line, threads it into Janney, who is deep behind the net. Galley doesn't quit his job, he goes to the net, right there, upstairs, up over the fallen Patrick Roy, who's wanted to say, talk too early, and he's got 5 by him tonight. Very close. Did not go out over the blue line. The whole puck has to. Janney waits, threads the needle. Gary Galley upstairs.
Craig Janney, there's Gary Galley.
One happy cowboy.
Craig Janney made a great rush on his own for a save by Roy, and now he sets up Galley on a give and go. And the Bruins win in sudden death overtime to go up 2-0. And Ron Hogarth off the hook. He gave the Canadiens the power play. I won't say gave it to him, but it looked like matching penalties there.
You have to call it. The Bruins gamely came out, fought that penalty off. And then the Canadiens kind of sagged a little bit. Boston got Carter back. Went on the offense. A great play, Galley to Janney. Back to Galley. 4th assist for Craig Janney. What a performance by the young man.
And the Bruins win in sudden death overtime. And now the next game. 5 and Montreal 4.
Well, Game 2 is complete. Final tonight from Boston Garden. The Bruins 5, the Montreal Canadiens 4. Yes, overtime. Now, after the first 2 games of the Adams Division title series, it's a best of 7, of course. It's Boston 2, Montreal nothing. Going to the Forum. Gary Galley, who had the game winner. Dave Shea's guest.
All right, Tom, thank you. This being the 7th straight year that the Bruins and Canadiens have met in the playoffs, you wouldn't think there'd be many firsts for this team to achieve, but Andy Moog picked up his first ever playoff shutout in Game 1, and now Gary Galley picks up his first overtime goal ever under any conditions, Pee-wees included.
I tell you, and I'm going to cherish it always. It was it's never going to come down from it. It was just a great, the puck squirted. It was a good check at the blue line. The puck squirted loose, and I just kept it in, and I went right down to Craig, and what a pass. I mean, put it right on my tape, and I just released it as quick as I could, and when I seen it go in, I tell you, it was the greatest feeling I've had in a long, long time.
Well, let's take a look at it, because it came not long after you survived a penalty, and you went in.
Just kept it in here, and I seen Craig waving the stick, and I went down, and both guys are going to the net hard, and I don't know who that 34, he wasn't looking, and I just came right in, and one time did it as quick as I could. I tell you, you'll see how excited I was. But what a play by Craig Janney. Let me tell you, here it is here. Just kept it in. It was onside all the way, and McPhee fell, and it gave me an opportunity to get in behind him. But what a pass right here. Craig Janney's been doing it all year. It's just, what a play.
Looked like Dufresne helped you a little bit there by picking Courtnall.
Yeah, he kind of gave me a little bit of room there, but yeah, it's just, I can watch this over a million times. Let me tell you, Dave, there you can see it's onside. Gordy Clark said to me on the bench, he said, it's yours. You're going to get it tonight. You're going to walk in and roof it. And boy, I got to have him talk to me more often, I tell you. What a pass. It's just, I tell you, that's great.
Were you really excited? I mean, look at the pictures. You don't look that excited.
Oh, I tell you. Can you tell it's my first one?
Well, you certainly can tell it's the game winner. And with little Shaylin born, what, a week ago? Not
yeah,
even.
I want to say hi to my wife, Terry Lynn, and Shaylin at home. I love you both, and that's just for you guys.
Well, he gives the team a 2-0 lead, headed up to Montreal, and unbelievable momentum to take into the Forum. How does this compare? Well, maybe it's not a fair question to ask, but how does this compare to other trips into the Forum after a victory here in the Garden?
Well, I tell you what, I was sitting in the dressing room in between the third period and the overtime, and I thought about last year, how we went in there and we lost the first game by 1 goal. And then we lost the second one in overtime, and this time we won the first game, and I was just thinking maybe fate has a strange way of doing things, and maybe it was only fair that we win this one in overtime, and we did. And it was, it's hard to compare. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Just every series is different, and we go into Montreal, and we're going to be on a high, but we can't be too high. We have to be ready to come back down and play some good hockey. We put ourselves in a good position, and we have to keep playing well.
Isn't it interesting that after all the analysis in the local press by the Canadiens on how to beat Andy Moog, you guys come out and burn Patrick Roy with 4 shots up underneath the crossbar?
Yeah, well, every goalie has their weaknesses, and everybody tries to exploit them, and they all feel Andy is beatable up high, and we feel the same way, obviously, about Patrick Roy. And they're both very solid goaltenders, and they play good. They play great hockey. They've been playing great so far, and we were just fortunate to get the last one tonight. They jumped on us. They had the goal ahead all the time, the whole game, except for that last one. So, it was a sweet one. It was really nice.
I'll go back to the dressing room and enjoy it. Thanks.
I'll whoop it up a little bit.
Gary Galley with the game winner, Tom.
All right, David. Bruins with a 2-0 lead and heading to the Forum in Montreal now for games 3 and 4 that will be up there on Monday and on Wednesday night. Final score in overtime at Boston Garden tonight in Game 2. Boston Bruins 5, Montreal Canadiens 4. If necessary, if the division finals go to 5, NESN's next Bruins playoff coverage will be Game 5 against the Montreal Canadiens on Friday night, April the 27th, 7:30, live from Boston Garden. I'll have Bruins Digest at 7. Bruins Canadiens, Game 5, if it happens, on NESN. This has been a presentation of the New England Sports Network, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.